beautiful freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of FREAKQUELS. I'm your host, EJ Leeson, and with me today is my co-host, the man with the plan, Rory. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm currently staring at a very tiny statue of Jesus that I found in this abandoned bar that we're still recording in periodically.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm waiting for the police to show up someday, and that's gonna be it. But yeah, somebody left a little statue of Jesus in here, and he's joining us on the podcast.
Yeah, I like it.
Is he wearing a sash? Oh, it says Jesus heart you.
Oh, see, he's a good guy.
Very reassuring.
It's very nice of him.
Yeah.
Today we have a very special guest.
Someone
who we wanted on the show for a very long time.
He had no interest.
He had no interest in doing it. He just turned us down all the time. But he finally said yes to doing it.
Yeah.
And so he a little bit about him. He's a writer. He likes to write. He had a couple plays put on before. He also acts every 10 years.
So he's like Pennywise in a sense.
Yeah, he comes every 10 years. He'll come out for an report
to feed.
He's like, I gotta perform. And besides that, he runs Fourth Cut Productions / Fourth Cut Reviews. Mr. Chris Conforti, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Yeah, this is like the crossover event here. I think everybody's been wondering when I'm going to come on.
Well, it was interesting because you were supposed to be on, and then you got deathly ill.
Yeah.
And we said, we'll move on without him.
Yeah, that was like a long...
I got pushed right to the side.
What episode was that? That was a while
ago. That was a while ago.
Freddy versus Jason.
I think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then we're like... I remember asking you a couple times for sure, and you're like, nah. And then I was like, oh, okay. But then you, Rory, was like, I'm going to reach out for Chris because I think we should do Child's Play 3.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because the three of us at this table are huge fans of this. Well, I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to talk about how we already felt about it.
Oh, right.
I should give it time.
Yeah, I hate it.
Anyway. We've seen this movie.
We've seen this movie.
Talked about this movie quite a bit over the years. If anything, for whatever reason, when I'm with you guys, I quote this one the most.
Same.
As far as the Child's Play movies go.
Yeah. The same. I'd probably quote this one more than any of the Child's Play. And also not just the theatrical release, but the TV
cut.
We're
going to talk about that.
Yes.
We're going to get into the TV cut, which I think may be the funniest TV cut of all time.
Yes. Agreed.
It's definitely one of the best ones.
It's really funny. Because I don't know if people listening at home remember things like the USA Network.
There it is.
But it's really funny. They used to take movies like this and they wanted to show them. But Chucky has a filthy fucking mouth. So you can't just have him on USA just saying the things that he says in these movies. So they would have like this weird ADR over it.
Yeah.
And it would just be like, well, we'll do it as we're going along.
We got to get to that.
Yeah, but it's just like you hear it and you're just like, why did you settle on that?
And the voice, why?
Yeah. I wish the voice was a little worse, honestly.
It's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
You gotta be crazy.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, Child's Play 3 definitely enticed me into coming onto the podcast because I'm a defender of it. So
it was funny because we had one more episode for January, and we were just kind of scrambling our brains, like what movie should we cover? And I don't know why, but this one popped into my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna get that fucker on the show. I'm gonna get that Chris Conforti. I got my butterfly net, and here he is.
Yeah, no, I'm super psyched to have you on, man.
I'm super pumped to be on, especially with this movie. This movie is definitely got a sweet spot in my heart.
Now, is this going to hold you over for 10 more years?
This is like John Cena and The Rock, right? Never before, never again. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
We'll just disregard that it happened at least one more time.
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand wrestling.
But yeah, no, I'm so pumped. It's funny because we became friends. Over horror movies because I was working.
Which I'm sure the people listening at home that are familiar with the show are
Yeah.
tired of hearing the same.
I know.
Every one of our friends were like, we actually
We
became
know
friends
that.
because.
because of horror movies.
I'm telling you, horror bonds people better than anything.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. As far as the genres go, horror has the nicest fans.
Yeah,
And,
I
and it
totally
bonds
agree.
people.
And it's funny because growing up, there wasn't a lot of us, right? Like, not really. And
Do you
then
think they were like closeted? Because remember back then,
Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
dude. I remember back then. This is a real story from my life. When I was like, I'm gonna say 9 years old, there was this lady that lived in my neighborhood that was convinced that I worshipped Satan because she found out that I liked horror movies.
what?
It was also the pentagrams all over the yard.
It didn't help.
The upside down cross I had tattooed onto my forehead. But I mean, aside from that, I think she was being awfully judgmental. But back then, that's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
Like there was that, what was that satanic panic thing in the 80s?
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
And then it was like
I
in the
feel like-
90s, it was seriously like a thing where if you said that, I remember another true story. Probably because of a movie like this, I was really, really hardcore into those like big franchises at this point when I was in like 6th grade.
yeah, of course.
My fucking teachers had my parents come in for a special meeting because I liked horror movies. They were like, well, we think he has an obsession with death. And my mom was like, why did you call me in for this?
This is ridiculous.
It's just movies.
I
yeah.
got an even funnier one than that.
Go ahead.
This is actually in 8th grade. I said that I liked, and this is, 8th grade's got to be going back to like 2002.
Because you're in like 9th grade now, right?
Yeah, I'm in 9th grade now.
Yeah.
I progressed only 1 grade in all this time.
Well, when
just
you
because
wake
of my
up
love
every-
for horror movies.
When you wake up every 10 years, you're really
Yeah.
getting through the 12 grades very
That's
slowly.
right.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up saying at one point, and this is like the dumbest story in the world, but it's true. I ended up saying, I guess the person wasn't understanding my accent. They were like, well, what was like your favorite movie? And I'm like, a horror movie. And he's like, what? And I'm like, horror movies. And all of a sudden, my mom's there, and I had to have a big meeting about this because he interpreted me saying horror movie as horror movies. And I'm like, where did you get that from?
What was your accent?
Horror
It's just-
movies.
It's just our regular accents. I was
like
like, oh, I
horror
love horror
movies.
movies. And he's like, what? And I'm like,
movies.
horror movies. I was like, yeah, I love like all of them.
I like
The
horror
meeting.
movies, prostitutes, hookers, johns, pimps. I like hooker horror movies.
Can we go a little further into this? Like, who refers to porn as horror movies?
Yeah, welcome to my life. That's what I'm thinking. That's what my mom said.
That's some insight into that guy's mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that
He's
was.
watching them horror movies.
He's watching them horror movies again.
I think at that point they were just trying to get me for anything, so they were like, oh, "What was that? Huh? No, oh,
I think
yeah.
he said horror.
I think he said horror. We can't be. We already suspended him once for cursing
This
already.
motherfucker likes horror movies. You
know,
gotta get him.
I get that porn has some terrific branding, but I think maybe they should change.
Right.
Horror movies.
Horror movies.
Yeah. No, it's really funny because even when I was a kid, luckily I never got into trouble at school or anything. But I just remember my mom telling me, she's like, "Yeah, you were really young and you loved Arachnophobia, like the movie about the spiders."
That's a fun
and stuff.
movie.
And
That's like a Spielberg produced joint, isn't it?
I think
something
so.
to do with that.
I think
I'm gonna
so.
look it up.
And she would said like her and my brother just didn't understand why I would love watching like Freddy Krueger and like Arachnophobia and all these like horror movies, but I just loved it as a kid. I just knew it, they were films. Like I didn't like think like, oh, this is really happening to all these people. I guess I just understood. I'm like, oh, this is a movie.
It kind of goes back at those like people that are like, oh, well, if they start watching these movies at like a very young age, that it's going to turn them into like something like that. And you're like, I was watching Child's Play 3 when I was probably like 6 years old, maybe even 5 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't turn into a murderous person with a knife, like hacking everybody. You didn't turn into a serial killer that we know of.
That we know
admit
of. I'm glad you touched on that we know of.
Spielberg was an executive producer on Arachnophobia, so
That's amazing.
I just want to mention
That's
that.
awesome.
No, I honestly, I mean, that's not why I started watching this stuff when I was a kid. I just thought they were entertaining.
Yeah,
I know
same.
it's kind of this crazy idea, right?
Right.
But no, they say like horror movies are really good. Even like they're doing good things for you, even when you're not aware of it. Because like everybody obviously has a fear of dying someday, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And like being murdered or like evil in the world. We're all very hyper aware that it's out there, right?
Right.
But like horror keeps you at a safe distance from it, and it's like you get to face your fears and just kind of, like diffuse it in a sense.
I think it also, in a weird way, can prepare you for like in situations where you're like, oh, this is not a good situation, and I remember in this movie that this is how they handled it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't know. Maybe
Isn't that kind of like what Scream was in a sense?
right? Basically, it was like she knew, like from watching horror movies, Sid knew what to do, right?
And then
Like,
she broke it.
yeah, and then she
ran
broke
up
the
the
rule
stairs.
and ran up the
she
stairs.
made fun
like,
of them, and then that's what she
She
did.
did it,
Because when
yeah.
you're in a situation, I guess you do what you have to do. But
Right.
yeah, but I think that horror is very cathartic. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, if you ever go to a horror movie convention, like everybody there just wants to be your friend, and they're great.
It's like one of the friendliest. Oh, and that I'm talking about horror conventions. So we met Chris, right? Well, I met him at FYE and stuff, and he's the one that told me about Monster Mania. And then I was like, "Hey, Rory, there's Monster Mania 3 is going to be happening in the summer. You want to go?" You're like, "Hell yeah!"
Well, I was like, who's going to be there? And you're like, Doug Bradley. I'm like, sign me up.
yeah. All
Robert
right.
Englund in the same building? Which, for the record, at that point in my life, I never thought I was going to be anywhere near Robert Englund, so that really fucked my brain up a little bit.
Yeah.
And and I've met a lot of people over the years, as you two have as well.
Mm-hmm.
I still get like kind of geeky around Robert Englund.
Of course.
Yeah.
He
There's a
was
couple
like-
people where I always got like really geeky on.
Yeah.
Like even like my first guest that I ever met, because at that point I was going for Danielle Harris, but she had a super long line. The first guest I ever met was Tony Todd. And he was also somebody that anytime I was next to him, I got really like starstruck because I'm like, oh my God, I guess it's Candyman, like
Everything.
He knows.
Crow.
He was just like such a connoisseur of like all these different things, music, film, obviously. Mm-hmm. And anytime I was like next to him, I was like, oh my God, like I'm standing next to Candyman. This is pretty crazy.
He's just like an impressive person too.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
his physicality and his voice. He was just like, he was special.
He really was. There's so many great people. The first person that we ever met going to Monster Mania 3 was Angus Grimm.
Mm-hmm.
And he was literally
We were
just
talking about his passport.
yeah.
He's like asking our names, and I said Rory, and he's like, my name's Rory too. And I'm like, oh, we're bonding.
It's kind of amazing because that was like your first guest that you met, and he might have been like the nicest guest that you probably could have
Yeah,
met.
it's all up here.
It was like
Smooth sailing
You're
from
like,
here.
whoa. Because he was just like, I remember talking with him, and he's just such a sweetheart. And I remember him asking like what some of my favorite movies were, and at that point, which it still is, like I love obviously Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, but I was like, oh, I really love Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. And he was like, I was actually an usher. He said, I saw that so many times that I actually like memorized like all of the lines in the movie. So we just really bonded over that. And this is around the time where, you could talk with a celebrity and not get rushed out in like 30 seconds. At that point, we were
Some of
talking
them
for a while.
didn't even charge. Some
Some
like
of them did not.
I remember Michael Berryman was like, "Here you go, have
Take
a
all
free."
this stuff.
Yeah, have a free.
I ended up taking a chance, and I was like, Angus, I was like, I'm such a big fan of these movies. I love them. I was like, would you mind doing a voicemail? And I thought, like, immediately, if you ask now, like, immediately shut down. But he actually did the voicemail for me, and I was like, this is like I don't know how I can get any higher than this pinnacle of my convention life.
It's
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I think conventions need to kind of get back to that because it used to just be like a fan experience. Then the corporations got in there and they were like, "Ooh, we can get all their money," and it sucks because like I talk about this with Dave Gonzalez sometimes. Like Monster Mania used to be this really fun experience. Conventions in general,
Right?
Because you'd get there and you'd meet some people, but then it was like everything after was fun too. Because you like you go into like the the vendor room, which is always fun, and then at night they were showing like pretty late into the morning, really. They were just showing like all these awesome horror films, and you just got to sit in like a ballroom and like just like hear people like quoting them and everyone just kind of connecting and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, man, it turned into a thing where they were more concerned about just like shaking you down, getting what they can out of you.
Yeah. Do you remember that originally Monster Mania, if you had the program, they would sign the program for free.
Yeah.
Like every single guest, no matter who it was. If you
Now they charge you for the program.
I know, yeah. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, oh yeah, here's my program, and you could just sign it, and
they liked it.
Yeah, and they
were cool about it. They weren't begrudgingly doing it. Do you remember we were like, I think the first convention we went to, the women from the Evil Dead were there. It's how they build it. I'm not saying the women from the Evil Dead. I'm not, but that's how they build it. They're like, oh, come meet the ladies of the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was the ladies of the Evil Dead.
Yeah. And I remember just like going up to them, and they just wanted to talk. Like they wanted to talk to you, and they were just like wanting to take photos and stuff. And now there's like some person there who's just like,
get out of here,
tapping their watch. Like,
well, the fun part is they're still really like that too, because we just met them at Creature Feature, and even
they're
like
still lovely.
Yeah, and they just wanted to talk to you. They were very nice.
Maybe that's just them.
Yeah, like it was. They were like super cool when I met them again.
I also think Creature Feature is that really rare convention anymore, where it's for the fans. It's not really like, oh, we're trying to make money off of everything. They're really trying to do like a fan service for horror fans, and that's why it's kind of like my new favorite.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I love like just the fact that you get to sit in a theater with guests while they live commentate a movie. Yeah. You wouldn't see that at like a Monster Mania.
Not even just that, but like when they do like that Alan Howarth show.
Yeah,
they have them perform
concerts and stuff.
And one of our friends fell asleep in the front row.
Oh, no.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, right as he was looking down at him. Still not understanding how that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, for clarification, it was not me, and it really was not me.
No,
it was not me either.
Even like that opening guy that was doing, it was almost like Weird Al versions of songs for like horror movies.
What was his name?
I can't. Jeff something.
Yeah, he was awesome. I forget what his name is.
Yeah, but I remember like once we figured out what his act was, like we were all like leaning forward and like pumping our fists, and he's like, "You guys like were awesome." I'm like, "No, you were awesome." Like,
pay no attention to the guy to my right who was sleeping throughout the whole concert.
He's on a lot of drugs, I think.
We're not sure why. He could have just stayed in the room. Like he came and just slept through the concert.
Why was he in like he was like hurtled into a ball too? Because he's like this. I'm like, well, try not to make it like so obvious.
I was perplexed by the pajamas.
Oh yeah,
that too. Yeah,
the pillow.
Yeah, I forgot.
The eye covers.
Yeah, the little hat, the sleeping cap.
Did he make that picture? Was he in that big picture with us? I don't know that he.
So. No, I think he was. Yeah. But it's just really funny because that concert was amazing.
Yeah.
And then
it was like one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced.
It was so cool.
And that's not like us trying to amp up something. It was just kind of like I can't believe I'm experiencing this kind of thing.
Yeah. And then
was it Jeff Whitmore?
Jeff
Whitmore.
I knew it was a W name.
Yeah, Jeff Whitmore.
And us forgetting his name has nothing to do with him as a performer. We're just getting old. Memories are fading.
He was amazing. We all like nerded out, and we're like, dude, we loved your set. It was.
I don't
amazing.
think he was like expecting us to be so enthusiastic.
yeah, because we were like, holy shit!
Can we get a picture with you?
We're like,
what?
He was wise and put the lyrics up on like the video behind him, so we're like screaming out these lyrics.
So this is pretty much what we've done for as long as we've all known each other. Is we go to horror conventions. We talk about horror movies and say dumb shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great.
And I remember
Keeps you young.
going to Monster Mania 3, and it was me, you, Adam, and Adam Farley,
Will Perna.
and Will Perna. And
Wait, isn't he the guitar player in the hit band Variant Season?
Yeah,
That you can look up on really anything, anywhere that you listen to your music. Spotify.
Adam Farley?
Adam Farley, doesn't he also have a pretty successful music career that you can listen to wherever you listen to or stream music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of those guys. We went to the convention with both of those guys.
Before they were famous.
But it's crazy because we drove down and stuff, and that one night, Adam met like Dallas and Curtis. Do you remember them too?
I was just talking to them.
Oh, shut up. Oh, my God. That's amazing. So we met Dallas and Curtis through Adam because they were in line to meet, I think, Heather Langenkamp. And then they were like, oh, let's all go out. And I was like, oh, yeah, my friend Chris is going to come. And it was really cool because you met me like a couple times, but you didn't really know us. We could have been like killers.
Yeah, pretty much.
We just stuck
Yeah.
to the sexual assault stuff.
Right.
That
We
was
just all
pretty
did that.
much- yeah.
Well,
But-
the first red flag was they put me in the trunk, which is actually a true story. Literally is a true story. I'm not even saying that for a laugh. That is an actual true thing. I got there's no room in the back seat and you're the smallest one. At that point, I probably was.
You're going to have to sit in the trunk if you don't mind.
Because like 16 years old, they're like, well, you're like the smallest one, buddy. If you want to come, you're in the trunk.
But, and then
I like to think that we invited you out
just to put you in the trunk.
and then like just
No, I'm
shoved you
kidding.
in.
Yeah. No, but we also, the funny thing is, we went to the Crystal Lake Diner, which is no
On
longer there.
Haddonfield Road.
On Haddonfield Road.
Next
like-
to Freddy's Liquor. Can't
Which-
forget about that.
Yeah. And none of these things were planned. It's just a lot of interesting coincidences.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. But now that diner is gone, and it kind of took away a little bit, I think, of the Monster Mania mythos, right? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's kind of sad. But
The mythos.
the mythos of when it was. But I do say, like, it's crazy because we obviously have been friends now, all of us, for like at least like 20 years.
Yeah,
right?
our friendships are old enough to drink at this point.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is
And it's
really
so
crazy.
wild. And
So many like fun memories and
horror conventions and horror movies and just
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
just in
could
general.
confidently say that Rory is one of like 5 people that have seen me at my absolute worst at a horror convention. So
I saw you very intoxicated.
that was
at
my
a-
absolute worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I remember you were like trying to heckle the Corey Haim memorial.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
no, that was like shortly after he passed away, and I was having a really bad day. I got really intoxicated, and nobody stopped me, and they just let me go on.
So you know, like you like to think that in moments like that, you're just gonna stand by your friend. I saw Chris back there. I tipped my hat down and I just looked to the floor. I'm like, I don't know that guy.
And it wasn't just him,
Oh,
because the other
interesting.
2 people that we went with, the one I didn't know, the one I definitely know very well, was right on the side of me, and he also did the same thing, chuckling along the way. And that's the only thing I remember.
Oh no. Sir. But no, it's just crazy. And then one of the cool things about this, one of the first guests we met at Monster Mania 3 was Alex Vincent. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Meeting Alex Vincent.
I had like a back and forth with him for a while because I went to so many of those things and he was at so many of the early ones.
Yeah.
That we would just talk, and then after a while, like he would like remember me and he would just kind of like flag me over. I remember one time just like doing card tricks with him.
Yeah.
Which
I
I was,
remember that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just like a cool dude. I remember like at that time he was like managing a Doors tribute band or something.
Yeah, that's
and I'm
it.
like, you and I should be friends, sir. 'cause
Yeah.
I love the Doors.
He's awesome. He was
Yeah.
super, super friendly. I remember him being like very informative. Like every question I had about Child's Play is like, I was like 8, so I don't really remember a lot of stuff, but this is what I remember.
Can you
And he would
stop?
just tell us.
Could you just leave me alone?
Yeah, can you leave this alone?
No, yeah. He was a really genuinely nice dude. On the topic of celebrities that you get a little stupid around, I've met Brad Dourif I think twice, and both times it was like a thing where you're like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard.
I get it.
His filmography is like
It's
stellar.
It's off the charts.
And then you just see him, and he's like this little genius.
Yeah.
And then the last time I met him, Fiona Dourif was with him.
Yeah.
And like, anybody listening right now, if you ever see her name at a convention, go there immediately. She is so nice and funny, and just tries to make the whole experience like fun for not just you, but everybody who's watching. Like, she had like our entire room just like laughing because she's just entertaining, you know?
Yeah.
But the two of them are just like the best, and I don't know. So we have a lot of love for Child's Play at this table. We're sitting at a table.
Catherine Hicks, of course.
Catherine
is
Hicks,
another one.
Yep, I met
She was
Catherine
there.
Hicks.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
I do feel bad though that when I met Catherine Hicks, I geeked out more about her husband, Kevin Yeager.
That was like
Because I love her. I really do.
No, that was my experience with Nev Campbell.
Yeah.
Because
like, I love your husband. He's so cool. And she's like, thank you.
No,
like,
well,
But she was actually really nice about it. It wasn't like,
yeah, like I knew
stop
somebody
talking about
like
my
I
husband.
met her afterwards. She managed like her fan page, and Nev Campbell follows it and everything. But she was like, "Oh no, I'm sure that she loved it because she gets inundated with Scream questions all day."
She's hearing the same like 20 questions.
Yeah, so I
for the rest
like
of her
walk
life.
up and I'm like, oh, and she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, I was like, I'm like so thrilled to meet you. I was like, but I gotta be honest, I was hoping your husband was here. And she's like, you're a fan of my husband. I'm like, I love your husband. He's in like,
She's like, will you serve him my divorce papers?
give them this.
It's funny because every time she's at a convention, I'm always kind of like low key stalking the background to see if he actually comes to one of these things because I want to meet him. So. JJ Field, if you're listening to this in somehow, some way, please come with her to a Monster Mania, please.
He's actually one of our listeners.
Yeah, he is.
He
Yeah.
messages us all the
He's
time.
always messaging
He's like,
us.
just let me know if you're with that guy Chris. I'm not showing up.
Yeah, I got to get something signed by you, buddy. I love your performance.
I remember with Catherine Hicks, because I didn't know that she married one of my favorite people in that industry, which was like a real mind-blowing moment, because I've said this on the show a million times. I like love Kevin Yeager, and he is my white whale at this point. And she's and she's like telling me about how they met, and she fell in love with him because he was applying Chucky bite onto her arm. And she's like, I was just watching him do his thing, and she's like, I started falling in love with him, and I'm like, that's the most romantic fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. You fell in love over Chucky.
Can you imagine being at like a bar and someone asks you, oh, how did you meet your husband? And that's like your legit answer. That's like actual, like if you heard somebody tell that story, you'd be like, all right, this one's had like a couple too many in them.
Yeah.
The guy next to him is like, I met my wife at a bar. I was real drunk, couldn't tell you what happened. I know she was real mad by the end of the night,
She
though.
hated me.
Yeah, these bad memories. Hey, we should get into what we've watched.
Yes. So
Chris, what the oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm not the host. You do it. Take the responsibilities.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, so one thing we like to do is ask our guest, what are some movies you recently watched?
Well, I've been, since the new year, I've been participating in letterboxes. There's a user called Ben. He does like a Criterion challenge. So I've been trying to go through some of the lists, and he gives you like different criteria that you could choose from. So I watched The Shooting the other day. That wasn't good. That was the worst Western I've ever seen. And I love Westerns, but that was bad. I saw The Kid with Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I fell in love with that movie.
Yeah. That's a beautiful movie.
Absolutely. It's like, it says it right from like the start, right? It's like, it'll give you laughs, but also maybe a tear. And I feel like it definitely hits. Obviously, I saw like The Blob, and I saw Young Mr. Lincoln, which, if you know me, I'm a history guy. I saw that movie maybe like 20 years ago. I want to say I was like, maybe not that long. I was like a freshman, I think, in college. And I remember liking it, but I never revisited it, and I just revisited it, and man, that movie holds up.
Can I ask you a question about it?
Yeah.
Is there more action in that one than there is in Lincoln?
Needs more action. I keep saying Lincoln by Spielberg needs more action.
Actually, probably not, to be honest with you. I don't think it really is. It's all about him, like, as a young, up-and-coming lawyer. But I guess kind of, because it's more like a trial movie than anything else. Which is really good because it like inserts a lot of Abraham Lincoln's actual humor. And you'll watch it and go, wow, why isn't Henry Fonda talked about as one of the best Lincolns? Because he's pretty good.
Does he do stand-up in it?
He kind of does a little bit. Like,
Yeah?
Yeah, like they'll have like this court case and Lincoln won't say anything. He'll just inject like a one-liner. But that was a lot of what Abraham Lincoln would do.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, he was really funny. So like one of the gags in it is one of the witnesses, which is actually played by I can't remember his name, but he's in Gone with the Wind and he's Ernie in It's a Wonderful Life. He's in the movie.
Okay.
And his name is Jack Cass. And you can already see where this is going.
Yep.
Abraham Lincoln goes, so why do you like to be called Joseph? Or no, it's why do you like to be called John? And he's like, well, you could call me anything. And he's like, well, if it's all fine to you, I could just call you Jack.
Could you believe someone's calling
It's
here?
happening again.
This place has been closed for a month.
Yeah, this is like clockwork.
That's crazy.
They're like, please be open, please.
So, Chris,
let it
this
be true.
happens every single week at this time.
That is nuts. Well, I guess
Yeah.
somebody expects it to be open.
I'm not going to edit any of this out either.
No, it's just
No, you should.
I just
Keep it in.
I want it all in.
leave it in.
I want to be listening to Chris and then hearing somebody call into a bar that's been closed down for over a month and a half.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's like, well, he said, if it's all the same to you, and your last name's Cass. He's like, I just call you Cass. And he's like, call me whatever you want. And he's like, all right, then I guess I'll just call you Jack Cass.
Brilliant.
Nailed
Nailed it. They play like that Seinfeld music afterwards.
Yeah. But yeah, I did you know the actor that played the kid, Jackie Coogan, played Uncle Fester later on and for the TV show.
Oh, that's cool. No, I didn't.
And they also made a law about for him because his parents stole all his money from him as a child actor.
Oh, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I
Isn't
didn't
that
know that.
insane?
Uncle Fester?
Yeah. So and he played the kid in Charlie Chaplin's movie, and then another weird fact: he's also related to Keith Coogan, who was in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Interesting.
The dishes are done. That's him.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is that
Oh,
crazy?
wow.
That's
yeah.
cool.
So I was like, Jackie Coogan. I want to talk about him for a second.
His
Yeah, man,
slapstick humor in that movie is just incredible.
It's
Chaplin's.
yeah.
Like
I
that
love Charlie
scene with
Chaplin.
him trying to pick up the baby
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off throughout the entire sequence.
There's a real grace to his performance that
Yes.
I'm like kind of in awe of. I love watching him.
He's a natural.
Yeah, he's like a beautiful performer.
He's like you can use any type of adjective for him. Genius. I mean, he's a genius. Brilliance. Just watching a movie like
Smart.
that. Yes, just very
Real
smart.
smart. He knows how to make.
Charlie was smart.
He knows how to make cheeseburgers. And
The fact that he was like,
potatoes.
my favorite part in that is that sequence when he picks it up, tries to give it to the girl who has the carriage, thinking that she abandoned it. And she's like screaming at him, so he doesn't know what to do, so he tries putting the baby back down, not realizing that a police officer's behind him, so that he picks it back up, and he's just waving the police officer off. I'm like, oh no.
it's so good.
What else you been watching?
I'm trying to think of what else I was watching. I mean, I really haven't seen too many recent movies. I guess I saw Begonia. That was recent.
Oh, yeah. Did
That's
you
a
like
great
it?
one.
I liked it.
I
One
loved
battle after another. It started off a little slow for me, but it definitely picked up. And I actually ended up liking it a lot.
Did you watch any of those horror movies?
Yeah, I watched Child's Play 3 recently.
No, did you watch any of those horror movies?
Yeah. No, I haven't really been on any of that type of kick
No,
lately.
that's going to be the next challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the Letterbox Horror
February.
Challenge. The horror movie challenge.
The horror challenge. Anyway, that's cool. You watch that?
Yeah.
And that's
How about you guys? Anything fun?
Rory, you could go ahead.
I'm going to try to blow through this. I'm going to say this name incorrectly, but I know in America we call him Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. I think his name is actually pronounced like Ghidorah or something like that. Ghidorah. But have you ever seen the Godzilla flick?
No.
Oh,
Is that
man.
in the
Criterion
big
set?
box set?
Yes, it is.
That's on my list to get.
I'm not kidding. There's a scene where Mothra shows up to counsel Godzilla and Rodan because they need to get their shit together.
Whoa, guys, come on!
It's not that different.
Settle your differences right now.
You
okay?
are not far off. It's really funny. Like she's like God. I'm not kidding. They're like Godzilla wants Rodan to apologize. Like there's like weird shit like that, and because they basically have to team up on King Ghidorah because he rocks and,
Right.
and he's a hell of a foe. But it was really weird just watching like Mothra come in and just counsel. You know, did a good job too. And then they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna help." And she's like, "Well, fuck you then." And then she kind of just goes in by herself and gets her ass kicked. And then they show up, and it's great. I really love Godzilla movies, and I don't care who knows it.
There's nothing wrong with it. I love Godzilla movies.
No, man, they're so much fun.
Shoot, even the last one that came out was amazing.
-1.
-1, or then now the next one is what? It was Godzilla -0, was it? Was
What?
it -0 or -1?
-1.
I think
Guys,
the new
your
one
math is all messed up.
-1.
It's Godzilla -0.
Is it -0?
I think so.
I think the next one
Jesus.
that's coming out is -1.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Godzilla -1.
I was
Godzilla
correct, right?
-0 is coming out next.
Yeah. So
I'm pretty
I
sure.
believe
Well,
I
maybe
said
you're
that
right. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, -1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You guys are making
See?
fun of me over here.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
bastards.
I loved it. I recommend people pick up that that Godzilla box that the Criterion has out. I'm just gonna warn you, you'll never find enough space to put it away. It's huge. It's like
That's-
real awkward.
That's kind of the problem I'm having with the Fellini one too.
Yeah, it's real awkward.
Yeah, it's large and awkward.
I also like the Bergman one. It's like this giant brick.
Yeah,
It's like a building. I watched When Harry Met Sally.
Ooh, I love that movie.
I do too.
It's so good.
That's a movie, man, that has like some real wonderful dialogue in it. And like
Yeah.
just like the characters in it are wonderful. And not just like Harry and Sally, but like,
like Carrie Fisher.
Carrie fucking Fisher's in that movie.
She's so good. Yeah,
But
I know. I love that movie.
I love like the back and forth in that movie a lot, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's funny too, because I guess that Rob Reiner was originally going to have it end in a very like depressing way. Like I don't think they were going to end up together. But then I guess he met his wife at that time, and that kind of inspired him to change the ending. And honestly, I don't think we'd be talking about this movie right now if it ended any other way. So it's interesting. Love, man.
Love, man.
Love, man.
Let love win.
Yeah.
That's my phrase of 2026.
Mine's fucking love. Then I watched The Fabelmans, which I am
That's a
obsessed
Spielberg
with.
joint.
I love that movie more than I love most things. I've been in like a real zone lately, creatively.
I heard Paul Dano sucks in that. Right?
that's the movie that I feel
Dano
like,
sucks and everything.
that's the movie that I think Tarantino missed, because I don't know how you can watch him in that movie and not just think that that's like one of the most like warm, like beautiful performances. Like he's so good in that. But it's nice because like it's just been syncing up with my mindset lately. Because I'm sure you've noticed this, EJ. A lot of my favorite movies all have to do with somebody making a movie. Like, because I always talk about like American Movie, like Ed Wood.
Ed Wood. Yeah.
That's it.
Disaster
The only two
artist.
movies I've ever seen. But no, but the Fablemans.
Anaconda.
And it was just funny too, because like lately I've been and this is gonna sound like kind of crazy, but that like my camera, like I've just been like dissecting all the weird little features that I'll never use, because I just want to know what it all does.
Right. Yeah.
Like just because there's things on your camera, like there's just like settings that like even like when you're watching like videos on the camera, they're like, you'll never use that, and I'm like, but why? And then during the time I was watching, like right before I watched that movie, I was like kind of dissecting my lens kit, because again, I was just kind of like, why the fuck do these things function the way that they do? And I just watched like all this crap on like just lenses and how they were built, and I don't know, I'm insane. But The Fablemans, I loved it. I loved it when I saw it in the theater, but this time when I saw it, I had already kind of known the flow of the flick. So when I was watching it, all the things about the movie that I liked the first time were actually kind of ripping me apart this time. And I was having like a nice little emotional moment by myself watching this movie. I went and saw with you the Stranger Things finale.
Oh yeah, that's great. You guys loved the Stranger Things finale. Is that right?
I'd say he probably loved it a lot more than I did.
I think I have a completely fair perspective on it. I didn't. I thought the stuff with Vecna was awfully underwhelming. I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't watched it yet. I thought that side of it was underwhelming, but I think the ending, like the epilogue, worked really well for the most part.
Oh, okay.
So I would compare it to this. Would you like a visual?
Yes, of course.
At the beginning of episode 3, do you remember when Anakin is trying to land that plane, that ship?
Oh, yeah.
So the ship is season 5 for me, where it's kind of like shaking
And it's holding
and
together
falling
the best it
apart
can.
and it's crashing. And then like
Right.
Anakin just manages to make it land. Mm-hmm. Another happy landing. That's
Yes.
kind of what season 5 is for me.
Okay.
It was a rough ride, but
Yeah.
it landed in the area that I needed it to. But I'm not going to pretend that they didn't completely fuck up the stuff with Vecna, because I'm like, what a cool villain. And then it's like they just were like, let's just get past this. And I'm like, no. Like, well, no, if you want to really get the good stuff, go see the stage play. I'm like, I don't have the time. And by the way, this thing about media right now that really annoys the shit out of me is when I'm watching a movie and I'm like, well, that didn't make any sense, or that seemed underdeveloped, and somebody's like, well, no, dude, you got to like get the comic books and watch the TV show, and you need additional media to appreciate a movie now. And I'm like, that's lazy writing to me.
It's the new thing. It's like a game add-on, right? When they add on like the games,
100%.
where it's
Oh
like,
my God.
well, if you really want to know,
Get the expansion pack.
have to get the expansion
You gotta-
pack to find out.
Get that season pass.
I mean, keeping up with the idea of transportation as a way of describing Stranger Things,
Yeah.
I would use probably the Titanic as that's my comparison.
Okay.
Because
All right.
there's a certain part where I feel like the creators get to, and then it's
They
much
hit
like
an
Cowards,
iceberg.
like it's all starting to fall apart.
Yeah. No, it's like they went into the season in a weird way. It's a lot of talky stuff. It's a lot of
Yeah.
what we'll tell, not show, which is always a great sign. But like the epilogue, some of it long-winded for sure, but where it needed to hit, I thought they did a good job. Especially like I think it's like the last scene. I'm already forgetting it. But like when they're all, well, I don't want to ruin it on anybody.
Oh, right.
For people I'm watching, we'll just say
I'll just say I think the good thing about Stranger Things is I think if you just leave it at the end of season 5, it's a great story. That's it. That's all you needed to do. It was just season 4. This I'm forgetting that this one.
I was
even
like, you
exists.
backtrack, boy.
Yeah, I'm forgetting that this one even exists. If you just end it with season 4, I think it's like a good show. And that's,
I only ever needed the first season. I think the first season's a really well told story, which to me, like, I know a lot of people based on the ending would argue that it was setting up for a show, but like a longer show. But Stranger Things to me was basically like an homage to films of that time, like Spielberg movies and and it sort of ends the way a lot of those movies would end at the time. Because, they didn't always just like they save the day, but then there's like something and you're like, oh, and then they may or may not make a sequel depending on how well the movie did.
Right.
Like it kind of had that vibe to it, but then they're like, no, this creature named Vecna had this whole thing planned for, and I'm like, no, he didn't. But
that's a reach.
yeah. But I finally bit the bullet. I got the courage to watch Good Boy.
Oh, did you like it?
I thought that dog deserved an Oscar.
Wow.
That dog is so good. I'm not kidding. That dog's a better actor than like actors that are like winning Oscars. I always knew what was going on with that dog. And I know it sounds like I'm doing a bit. I'm not.
No, this is a genuine Rory.
This
I
is
know the genuine
as
Rory.
real as I
Yeah.
can be to you. If you watch that movie, you know when that dog loves his master. You know when he's like scared. He knows when shit's getting a little scary. And like, it's great. The dog aspect of it. I think it would have functioned better as like a short film.
Okay.
But like the entirety of the film wasn't exactly a drag though. Like it was fun to watch and it was neat to see a horror film from a dog's perspective. So all aces in that instance.
Hell yeah.
Are you Wong Kar-wai fans at the table by any chance?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch 2046?
No, you know
Watch
what?
it.
Casey is a huge fan of that movie.
Yeah, me too.
I love Chungking Express.
It's awesome.
Is like one of my favorites. And The Mood for Love.
Great movie.
And what was the other one I watched? Because it was like a spiritual sequel to Chungking Express.
Oh,
Got
it was-
Angels.
yeah.
Something. I forget the title, but
It's the horror movie.
the horror movie.
No, I would recommend watching. I think you'll really appreciate it if you like his other stuff.
Yeah.
I saw The Housemaid.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
awesome.
What did you think?
I loved it.
This is the kind of movie it is. Oh. Because because the beginning of it, I was like real into it.
Yeah.
Like I thought that like it was so uncomfortable, and I'm like, holy shit, they made a big budget Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Like I was really like feeling it.
Yeah.
And even just like some of the moments, like it's just awkward. Mm-hmm. And then they do the reveal, like the little twist at the end, and it just really fell
you
apart
didn't
for
like
me.
it? Yeah.
No, man, because like I just go back in my head thinking about it. Maybe we'll talk more about it off air. But when you really start analyzing like everything that led up to that, I'm like, nah, I don't know. And also, I think a character in this movie, perhaps the main character, is a little too forgiving for this situation. I don't want to ruin it, but no, it's a pretty fun time at the movies.
Yeah.
But the twist in it, and I think like everybody was expecting me to be like, it was brilliant. And I'm like, nope. We'll talk more about it offline. I have ways in my brain where I'm like, this could have landed, but they kind of didn't do a certain thing that I think they needed to do with it for it to work.
From my understanding, it's different from the book too. The
Yeah?
book is a little different.
Does the book end well?
I
That's what we took our creative
don't know.
license.
I didn't read the book, but I just know from people that have that they definitely changed a little bit from the book.
Okay.
But now, of course, it's greenlit for a sequel, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
No, and again, like it's not a bad film. It's kind of a bad film, but like in a kind of a good kind of way.
Good way, yeah.
Trashy, I think, is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's fine.
it just
Yeah.
reminded me of like I don't know, like those early 2000s movies.
Yeah. But then like it got a little too modern for me at one point, and I was just like, oh, you guys are all right, I got it. But hey, you know what movie didn't suck?
What?
You ever see Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Love that.
Rewatch
Leo
that
Bloom?
movie, yeah, man.
Is it Leo Bloom or what is it? Something Bloom.
I think it was Daniel Bloom. No,
I forget. His last name's Bloom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
did you ever see Nightcrawler?
No.
No.
Nope.
I would watch that one. That's like one of the best movies made during like the 2010s, we'll say.
I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is like masterful in that movie.
Louis Bloom.
Louis Bloom.
Yeah.
I just watched it and I forgot. But no, man, that performance is like so scary.
I think it's I would say it's my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal performance.
It's maybe his best performance. My sort of tied for first because it's
Donnie Darko.
that's Donnie Darko. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm also just really quickly just finishing up Barry again,
Yes.
which I love that show so much because it starts off in such a funny, kind of charming way,
Yeah.
and then it turns into like a Fellini Bergman type thing. All those sensibilities come through. That stuff that you can tell, like Bill Hader really enjoys, like the Coen brothers.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of the stuff that he loves in there, even like Lynch and stuff. Like he's got that show. I think like in like 20 years, people are gonna look back on that and be like, wow, like what a masterpiece Barry was. Like it really is a flawless executed show.
And it's one show where everyone was kind of pumped about the ending. And like I feel like there wasn't a lot of
Bullshit?
pushback on the
No,
ending of it.
it's
Yeah.
honest. It's completely honest. It's weird because I think a lot of times creators are afraid to take their characters where they took the characters in Barry. You know what I mean? Because it's almost
Yeah.
like you want to like go out on like a way that warms the audience or something, but they were so brutally honest with the storytelling. Like that last episode, not to ruin anything, is like a thing with when you're watching it, you're like, okay, so we're doing this. And then it like settles over you later and you're like, wow, like what a brilliant, bold choice. And like says so much. Like if you take Barry and you break down what they're trying to say with that show, it's like masterful level shit. Last thing I'm talking about today, because I've been going on forever. Did you ever see the movie Rebecca? The Hitchcock movie from 1940.
No, it's actually on my list. I own it, but I've never seen it.
It's the Best Picture winner from 1940, and Hitchcock did not win an Oscar. Right. Hitchcock never won an Oscar for directing.
That shows you what I think about the Oscars.
I just think he is like, to me, as a technician, the best director ever. Like he's like so ridiculously good. It's the way he controls the viewer. Like even in Rebecca, like he is keeping your eyes where he wants them. It's not, and it sounds like something where you're like, well, yeah, a lot of directors do that. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Even great ones can't do exactly what he's doing. Rebecca is awesome. But Joan Fontaine, her performance in that is like the shit. Like she is awesome in that. And I think in a lot of ways, if they had cast somebody that wasn't Joan Fontaine, I don't think it would have worked the same way. Like she's like the best part of that movie for me. And then like I don't want to ruin it for you since you haven't seen it yet, but there's a character in it that kind of represents that oppressive mother figure that you see in a lot of Hitchcock's movies.
Sweet.
But yeah, it's definitely that's a criterion you can put on your challenge.
Yeah.
It's like as far as I'm gonna say his 1940s movies, I think that's like top tier stuff because like there's Rope and Shadow of a Doubt and stuff like that, but that's like top tier Hitchcock, and that's in most of his movies.
I mean, that's like one of the things too where I feel like any answer that you give to what is the best Hitchcock, there is no wrong answer.
No.
They're all good.
No, they're all like little individual achievements. Like that's what I'll say about his movies. Even I remember when I was like very long time ago when I was going through his movies. I may have told you this before, but I was going through all these films and I was putting off watching The Birds because I was very convinced that The Birds was going to be that bad one because of what it's called and what it's about. And I'm like, this is just gonna look weird and it's not gonna weird. You know what I mean? Like it's just I couldn't imagine it functioning. And then I watched it and I'm like, this fucking rules. And our caller, our mysterious caller, agrees.
Do you think it's like somebody that knows that you're recording and just like, let's fuck with
maybe
these
it's
guys?
a fan,
It's probably
and they're
Vince.
trying to call us and be like, "Put me on, first time caller, long time
You should
listener."
just go up and answer and be like, Freakquels Podcast, you're on the air.
Yeah,
Can I have East meets Midwest medium?
Hawking animal,
You guys open? Hey, what'd you watch?
lunchbox.
I've been going on forever.
Oh yeah, so I watched Marty Supreme finally, and it was amazing. I loved so it was hyped up for me, and I was like a little nervous because obviously sometimes when you go into a movie and it's pre-hyped like that, you could come out and you're like, well, it was okay, right? I came out of that movie and I loved it. It was amazing. Timothy Chalamet was incredible. Like I think I could see him. I hope he gets nominated for an Oscar, and I could actually see him winning an award. I think it might be the best male performance this year. And I know people are upset because he just won like a Critics' Choice Award and stuff, but I think he really put in the work for this character, and I think it's the best male performance. There's other stuff in the movie that I absolutely just like loved. I loved his girlfriend Rachel in it.
It was a lot of fun.
She kind of like matches his energy on certain things, and
How'd you like the score?
the score is so good.
The score
all
gives
the
it,
music in it. Like they pick some really great songs for this movie, and some of them are like 80s tracks, which is funny because the movie takes place
Yeah,
in
I
the
noticed
50s,
that.
but like they'll have like Tears for Fears, and then they'll have Forever Young. I love that song. So they have all these like needle drops from the 80s, and I'm like, oh, this like fits though. Like these are really, really good songs, and it kind of fits the story too, because that the Tears for Fears song at the end, it's like Welcome to This Life, and I feel like it's a very pivotal, like it's perfectly matched to like what's going on.
That whole ending too, without ruining anything.
Yes.
What a punctuation of that movie.
It's so good.
I want to talk about that movie someday, even though it's not a horror film.
And there's so here's the thing that blew my mind. I was like, who's playing this Mr. Rockwell guy? I don't know.
Oh, the
and
shark
I found
guy?
out
The Shark
he's
Tank?
from fucking the Shark Tank. I'm like, this guy
And he's great.
is fantastic.
Yeah, he's so good.
And it just blows my mind, because I never would have been like, oh, the guy from Shark Tank is going to be like really good in this specific role. And he was phenomenal. Like he was so good. But the whole movie is incredible.
Oh, one quick thing with the music thing, like the songs that they
Yes.
use. It's totally okay that the songs are not, like, let's say, from the 50s.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're trying to set the tone where, like, I don't know, there's a bunch of greasers hanging out and they're listening to, like, Elvis or something, you're like, okay, cool. Like, that works.
But
Like, if the characters aren't necessarily hearing it, then it really just aids in the storytelling.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's totally okay to do that. I know sometimes people are like, well, these songs are not from the decade. And you're like, yeah, they don't have to be. Mm-hmm. It's just like if you're doing a scene where the characters are hearing the music, then that's a different story.
Then yeah, and I think the song Forever Young in the beginning really sets up like the mindset of like what Marty Mouser is the character's name, what he really is. You know what I mean? Like in his mindset, like that's almost his drive, and then you see like this other thing. But I just loved this movie.
Did you like Uncut Gems?
Yeah, I liked Uncut Gems.
Now, that should be a little category, because this is their other movie.
Right.
Anxiety porn.
Yeah.
Because Marty Supreme, man, I felt like so on the edge of my seat. I never do this in the theater, because like I'll just kind of be sitting back watching a movie. This movie, on more than a few occasions, had me leaning forward. I had my elbows on the seat ahead of me, and I was just like, God damn it.
It really is.
I have seen this one time, and only one time, in a movie theater with you.
What's that?
When you lean up in the seat and just go like that.
Was that a horror movie?
No, it was Dune 2.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because I remember I was in the row behind you. And,
What is Timothy doing to you?
I know. I'm into Timmy.
I was 3 rows behind you, getting annoyed by a certain something that was happening from my right side, which you definitely know what that was.
Someone on the phone.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, someone on the phone.
That's why I sat in a different row.
And someone talking, and right around the time I got annoyed, I'm looking down and I just see you going like this, leaning up. I'm like, I wish I had that experience at this part, but I can't concentrate.
I'm so pumped this year that like Denis Villeneuve hasn't, Dune Part 3 coming out. Because, like, I love when movies make me feel that way, where I, like, almost want to, like, jump out of my seat, or, like, I'm just, like, I have to do something to move because I just feel like I'm so into it.
Dude,
It's
the
like
tension is crazy in this movie. It literally just, you feel this rubber band and it's stretching and it feels like it's going to snap any minute just because I forget which softy brother directed this one.
Josh, right?
Josh,
Was it Josh?
Josh.
So he did such a great job building tension and having a character who constantly is pushing forward the best he can, but has all these complications that not only are around him, but he also is creating for himself. And so it's just like his own hubris is getting the best of him at times. And but you see all his actions have these things happening towards him too. It's just incredible.
And
I love
it's
this
great
movie.
too that like
Yeah.
those actions, all of his actions have consequences later on in the
Yes.
movies too. It's not just like a scene that you get through and then you're on to the next one. It's like
Right.
something small that happens in one scene, like 5 scenes later, comes back and bites him in the
gonna
ass.
be-
But dude,
yeah.
I think like if I was ever going to nominate something this year for just any category, it's the score to that movie, because I feel like they Ronaldo'd it. Is what I
Yeah,
like to say.
100%.
Like there's a real drive to the movie because of that score. It's really like one of my best things that I've heard in a bit.
And that I
You
think
guys are making me want to go see it.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
seen it
man.
yet. I know I wanted to, but
I think best actor. I would.
are you serious over Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I
no,
think
no, there's like a big thing going on right now with
people
Michael
are
B.
upset
Jordan.
because Michael B. Jordan got snubbed and Timmy.
He gets snubbed.
Well,
well,
the fact that he didn't win. So
He didn't win,
I think
so people are
everybody's
upset
getting
he
their
didn't
first experience with what we've had to live with for
as horror fans
30-something years. That it's a horror movie, so it's never going to get
the
attention
recognition.
or recognition.
Here's the thing. I am the biggest Michael B. Jordan enthusiast.
Yeah.
If I were to say that I have a man crush out in Hollywood, I love looking at the guy.
Oh no, wait, no, that's definitely Henry Cavill for you.
Well, yeah, those two, yeah. I might have things coming up. I don't know. But anyway,
Might be Daniel Day-Lewis, I guess.
yeah. I just think like they're two different performances, and there's a certain, because I would love to see Michael B. Jordan win something, but they're so different, the performances.
Yeah.
And he's like brilliant in Sinners.
Well,
I love
think
him in that movie.
Sinners is also kind of like an ensemble.
Yeah.
And,
But
and
I mean,
then
him playing
I feel like
two,
Marty Supreme was really just a character-driven movie.
there was a little
you know what I
bit more in Marty Supreme for him to chew on than
Yeah.
I think the
That's
Stack
what I mean.
brothers.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like
That's all that it is. It's
Yeah.
not like a commentary on one being better than the other. If Michael B. Jordan won an Oscar, I'd be the first person to be like,
yeah.
fuck yeah.
I mean, if he wins, hell yeah. But
I don't think it matters what his performance is. It's a genre movie. They're never going to get the attention. I mean, look.
I think that's it,
I mean,
too,
you could
though.
say what you want about Demi Moore. I know that we were all sitting here rooting for her to win
at this table.
At this table specifically, rooting for her to win, just hoping that the genre got some type of recognition. And again, it's not. So even Michael B. Jordan should be nominated, even if he deserved to win, which obviously I can't say because I didn't see Marty Supreme at all. He's not going to win because it's a genre movie, and you know how they feel like it.
It's weird though, because like a couple years ago, Shape of Water won, and that's the most genre movie that's ever genred.
yeah, no, it's like a love letter to the creature.
Yeah.
But
Overdue, by the way.
Right.
I don't know why the creature doesn't get as much love as he should. But I know what you're saying. There's like an inherent snobbiness within the Oscars.
Yeah, there's
About
a
about
bias
horror.
horror
towards it.
movies.
And horror is like
Horror films.
I hate to horror films. I hate to break it to everybody, but like this genre would not not the genre, the industry would not have survived if not for horror. Like horror consistently year in and year out makes movies on a small budget with maximum profits. And like sometimes they make these Marvel movies that they're like, well, we made $600 million on this and it cost us $250 million to make. That's not counting marketing and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So like they're etching out profits for these things for sure. Back in the heyday of Marvel, they were like making $1 billion each, and that was a good world to live in Disney.
Right.
But for the most part, consistently from the beginning of film all the way till recent, there's always a Weapons that comes out, a Sinners, like every goddamn year, like Substance. Like
Yeah.
they make so much money. The Blair Witch Project is,
There you
I
go.
think they say like the most like profitable movie ever because of how much it costs to make versus what it actually ranked in. And lose the snobbiness. The genre is like the reason we're sitting here right now. We're gonna geek out about a killer doll in a couple of seconds.
Exactly.
And it's like you have a hat on right now with Chucky.
Yep.
It's the most fun fucking genre.
yeah,
Got a shirt on too with
He's got
Chucky.
a Chucky
Yes,
shirt on.
yes.
I got a Hitchcock shirt on.
And it's, you know what's
You
really
got Back to the Future.
what's really
You didn't get the
interesting-
memo, I guess, but that's
I
okay.
didn't get the memo.
What's
guys.
really interesting about horror, I always talk about this, right? if it's a horror, and you could see this in auctions, you can see it at conventions, people that are involved in the horror movie filmmaking, we'll say, whether it's actors, directors, their autographs are always pricey, no matter what. If you're talking about Wes Craven, if you're talking about Sid Haig now, God knows, he used to sign autographs for $10. Now they're going on the secondary market for $600 to $800.
You know what it is, for the most part? It's that, like, when you look at the Universal Monsters as a really good example of something, they are so iconic.
Yeah.
They're striking. It's imagination fuel. And it's like, even like the 80s slashers, they all have like a look. They have these titles like Halloween. And these soundtracks like the Halloween music, or like Tubular Bells and The Exorcist. Goblin.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead. God damn it, that score.
Yeah.
But like the genre,
Argento's
it's just,
films,
it hits on all the little things that make you want to be a fan of something.
Yes.
You get the auditory stuff, you get the visual stuff that looks great on t-shirts. Halloween rolls around and everyone's dressed in the different costumes. Scream is such a celebration of like what it is to be a horror fan. So every time that one of those movies drops, it's like all the horror fans are coming out to
It's
be
like an
like,
event.
I feel seen.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, man.
I was involved in one auction, and I was thinking about making an offer onto one of them because it was, I think it was Fatso. It was the prosthetic from Killer Clowns. I'm like, you know what? I'll fiddle around a little bit here. Maybe I'll throw like $3,000. It went for like $58,000. That's a cult movie that is going for that. And the thing is like, what they really have to wrap their head around is not many people are actually, and I hate to say it like this, but there is a certain community that latched onto the horror movie community that will show up to horror movies. Where, like, if you were to ask me who won the Oscar, what won the Oscar like 15 years ago or in 2003, I couldn't tell you that, but I could tell you Freddy vs. Jason came out in 2003. I could tell you Robert Englund was awesome in 2003.
I do want to put a little pin in here too, about what we're talking about, where I think horror movies, like fans of this genre, not only watch the current ones, but they will go all the way back. And
That's
watch
how you get your
stuff from
badge.
the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s,
All the way to like the
40s,
10s.
30s. Yeah. If horror fans
Go all the way back.
Yeah, horror fans are not like, oh, I have a cutoff and it's like the 50s. No, like it literally will go all the way back. And I think that's what's kind of weird and special about horror movies too, because how many people are going back at like, oh, I like comedies, and then go back and watch something from like the 1950s, right? They don't. Like, they really don't. Like, so I think it's kind of weird and special where horror movies, there's such a love that in admiration that us fans have, that we're like, we want to visit and watch every single fucking horror film that comes out.
Because you want more, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think I think in just off of my experience, and I think others' experience too, when you watch a movie like, and it doesn't matter what your gateway is, it could have been even like Brendan Fraser's Mummy, right? You immediately go, oh, well, that was like a remake. What was that one? So then you start with the Karloff movie, and then you go all the way through all the other ones, and then you go, oh, wait, was there more? Oh, there is more. Let me watch all of them too. And you just kind of keep going and going and going until you have this pretty innate, I feel like, history of cinema that you've already have now in your head just by being a fan of something.
It's a genre that spans, as we just said, from the beginning of film, really. And when you explore it, you're getting like a history of film. Like, you're getting to see like what was going on in the 10s and the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, all the way up to modern times. And the genre, I'm sorry, some movies I think like got a little, it can get a little lame sometimes, but horror is still as great as it ever was. I'll tell you a quick little story.
Westerns, they came and went.
Oh, they're coming back. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But no, it's just kind of crazy. You think of other genres, like subgenres like that, like Westerns, even like martial art films. they kind of like we don't get those anymore.
Well, because horror
comedies are gone.
Comedies are kind of
they're not
on the way out too. It's kind of sad, right? But like,
dude,
horror's still going.
Horror, it's being afraid.
Even action films are kind of like, well, we could do it if it's like based on a comic book.
Well,
it's not really like
we're making John Wick
action.
5. Leave us alone.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, well I'll give you a John Wick.
No, I'll tell you this story, and then it'll lead us into the movie.
Oh,
So we can talk about this forever. Well, first thing, I think that genre is always going to be healthy because fear is one of the most primal things, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, there is something about being able to be at a safe distance from things that terrify you that is cathartic. You know, being able to face your fears and then also just like the blood and the gore and stuff is just fun because you know somebody made it. You know what I mean? It's a very imaginative genre. But I'll tell you this. What's up?
Oh, well, I was just gonna say like the one thing too with horror movies that it's such a beautiful art form.
Yep.
Because of makeup and all the creative lighting that you get to do, and because we talked about that before, like a lot of genres don't get to explore creative lighting and sound design and creature makeup. So it's such a unique, specific thing and so artistic. That's why I think it's just awesome.
How many documentaries do you watch where they're talking about this crazy stunt, and then the person comes on and is like, well, I was thinking at the time, how the heck are we going to do that? And then you're like, well, you freaking did it, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, well, you know, they pitched like this really crazy thing, and I don't know how we're going to do it. Like, I've even heard like John Carpenter himself was talking about some of the background stuff for Escape from New York. And he's like, well, I really don't know how we're going to do that. Like, somebody like him doesn't know how they're going to do it, but they pulled it off. Now, granted, he had James Cameron on that set, but still, like, even him, he like all these people come on the documentaries and say, you know, we had like this really good idea, but we're not kind of sure how we're going to pull it off. And they pull it off. And then you watch like something back, like a documentary, and you go, wow, that's really interesting that you guys struggled with that, because I've seen it so many times now where you would think, oh yeah, they breezed right through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I guess you have to attempt something, it's probably very difficult.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this story, and then we'll talk about the movie because we're running long.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
No, so my first time seeing Child's Play 3 was a terrible day for me. My older brother, I think at this point I was about 8 or 9, and that fucker, this motherfucker, comes up to me right before I have to go to school.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I rented Child's Play 3 because I had seen like 2, but I hadn't seen 3 at this point.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, I just rented it. You can watch it if you'd like. And I'm like, oh, right before school, you say. So my mother just shoves me out the door, and I'm sitting on the school bus, and I'm just like, how long is a school day? And I'm like looking at my watch, and
That's the longest day of your life.
dude, I'm in school and I could not focus. I'm not kidding. I kept looking at the fucking hands on the clock, watching them slowly tick, 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 and then for whatever reason start ticking backwards because time was like, fuck with me. But I was just like, the entire day I was miserable and I just wanted to go home. And I remember like the bus pulled up in front of my house and I just booked it out, jumped in front of the TV and just like popped it on. And it was just kind of like being like a junkie. Yeah. Like I was like a horror movie junkie. Like I was just like, holy
That's
shit.
when he figured it out.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like that love was always there since I can remember, because we've talked about this before. Some of my earliest memories are just like little images from horror films. But that one, I was just like, I want to see what fucking Chucky does. And then I'm like, oh, he's in military school. Holy shit, that's cool. But it was just like this thing. Like there was no Bride of Chucky at this time. There was only the 3 of them. And just that feeling that I got from it of just being like, I'm so excited to watch this movie. Like it's the most important thing in the world to me.
It was always really weird because for some reason I never really linked when I was younger Chucky as like this horror movie person that was supposed to like terrify me. I've always just found him really funny.
Yeah.
So there was never ever like a point in me. Like I think when I saw Child's Play 3, I was probably about 5 or 6 because it was on TV, USA. We'll get into that. But I just remember like I've never found him like scary in any way. So it's almost like for me, it was kind of like, and I always say this about the Universal monsters. I kind of grew up, I feel like, with Chucky as kind of like a cartoon. Mm-hmm. And if you were to ask me my favorite cartoon of Child's Play, it's this movie. It's definitely Child's Play 3.
Yeah, same. I love Child's Play 3.
Because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking all about Child's Play 3 today.
Yeah. So let's get into the breakdown of Child's Play 3. So the film starts at a good guy factory.
With a great classic Universal Pictures logo.
Yes.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Me too.
That
man.
particular one.
I love that one. Yeah.
Every time I see that, like the beginning of other movies, I always think of Child's Play 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
So good. But yeah, it starts at a good guy factory reopening, and they're cleaning up, and they're starting production on new good guy dolls. And during the cleanup,
Great opening.
oh, it's great. Yeah,
Could we talk about how the crime scene was just kind of left there?
I know.
All
yeah.
these years
They're like,
later.
we won't take it into evidence.
What do you think like Bud the janitor was thinking when he was just like, oh, where this is weird. I have to like sweep this up here, and there's just this random blood drip all the
Like,
way in.
This kid and his foster sister, their foster parents are dead. They come to our factory. Now we have employees that died here.
There's brain matter all over the wall.
And it's not like
Chucky's head exploded at the end of
right.
2.
is this the worst like police investigation of all time? They just
like-
left it there for all these years.
They're like, it's just a melted doll. Who cares?
Hey, I my shift's ending shortly. Let's just wrap
fucking
this up.
cares?
I do love this era of horror, by the way, where they don't just like reboot, you know? Like I like
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
the second one ends in a factory, so the third one picks up
Right
in
where
a
it left off.
factory.
They don't
Yeah.
cheap out on it, which
Yeah.
is what I like. Obviously, there's a little bit of a jump in it, but they don't shy away from the events that happen in the
No,
second one.
it's they own up to it. I used to love how they would like have like Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers is probably my favorite example of this.
Yeah.
It's like they have like a real weird grouping of story elements at the end of 5, right? They're
Right.
like, what the fuck are we gonna do with this? And they're not just like, well, let's just reboot it. They're like, no, we're gonna own up to it and we're gonna continue it and see what we do with it. And I give them points for creativity and owning up to this stuff.
Yeah, and they're not like, oh, we have to figure out like and go into a whole story of how he comes back. They're just like, this happens, and the audience will get it, and we do.
Yeah.
They didn't treat us like we were stupid. Like,
Right, exactly. It's
You
just
didn't,
like,
you didn't have
oh,
like the fucking screenwriters on camera either when they're like, well, Child's Play 3 really is just a metaphor for grief.
right,
Because
yeah,
that's what every movie's about now.
yeah.
Unrepressed grief.
Unrepressed
Trauma, that's the other thing we like to talk about in Hollywood.
grief. Generational trauma.
Generational trauma, we're all into that in Child's Play 3.
But I definitely agree with you. I think it was a really good idea. Just to like not shy away from the second one, you picked it up exactly where that leaves off for fans.
Right,
And it's not like
you
they were
know
like
time has passed because the factory is all dusty and
spider
dirty.
webs
Yeah, there's
everywhere.
spider webs, webs and shit everywhere.
I like the idea that like
the worker's still dead somewhere in there.
I like the idea that, like, so 3 Jacks closes down, and obviously the person that owns the building says, get your shit out of there. This factory closes down, and they're just like, leave the vat.
Leave
Leave all the doll
leave
parts
it all.
everywhere.
Leave it all. It's
Are
all
you
good.
going to clean
They
this?
literally open up on like Chucky's body, who's been like shot, and he's just sitting there with his knife, just standing up like this, like
head
obviously where his
exploded.
hand is, but like his head's gone.
If I was Andy Barclay, I'd be like, you fuckers don't believe me about Chucky? Take that doll and run tests on it. It's got veins.
It's got blood in it, apparently.
There's shit going on there.
There's
yeah,
you
fucking-
can't see it.
There's teeth in the thing.
You could already have told the red flag of the good guy, the
Yeah.
fact that there's no quality control to it,
Right.
because nobody like it's got to be some type of health violation. Just sitting there watching blood mix in this plastic and going,
It's just from the toy.
just from the toy.
It's probably oils that were in the battery. I don't know.
Now, EJ, so at this point, the doll gets scooped up by something that stabs it,
Right.
Yeah.
and the blood starts dripping into a vat of
Yes.
plastic
Right.
that is liquefied already.
Yes.
your blood does this, from what I
Yes.
understand.
Yeah, if my blood mixes into anything, part of my spirit will go into whatever is made out of it.
Yeah. I made
Like
soup.
candles and
Soup.
Soup.
That's the thing I wanted to talk about with you. The one time part of you came
ended
out
up
of my
inside
soup.
of you. Yeah, that's
Which
right.
means that you bled into my broth and you didn't tell me about it.
Right.
I mean, why didn't you
And
tell? I feel like we've known each other a long time. You could just
Part
tell
of me lives inside of you now.
Your AIDS.
Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, no, this crane comes along, it picks up Chucky, like a crane machine. It picks up Chucky, the little blob pile remains of Chucky. And when the arms go into it, it pierces him, and so blood starts to spill out onto this blob, right? And then they pick it up and it goes over this vat. We see all of Chucky's blood dripping into the vat. And then it begins like the mixing of that batch, right?
Yeah, and I guess like one of the earlier ideas for this movie, Don Mancini wanted there to be multiple Chuckies, which I guess he would pick up on that in Cult of Chucky.
Right.
But that was the whole idea that like the blood was inside the vat and then it was going to create multiple dolls.
And I could see that too. I thought that originally. When even like watching this, I'm like, I'm surprised this was all for one doll.
Yeah. Well, that's actually
It's a lot of.
If you guys watch the TV show, he really picks up with that idea and starts running with
Yeah,
it. I mean,
oh,
there's
yeah.
thousands of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's-
yeah. That's cool though.
How much plastic do we need for this one doll? One doll equates to one vat.
Yeah. I was like,
Why?
well, that's a lot of plastic. We're burning through, kids. So,
That's why the factory closed down.
so then we cut to the opening credits showing the blood mixing into the formation and mold of the doll.
It starts looking like a Saul Bass opening. Like the
Yeah,
credits.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
And I think they do the reverse effect where they're like
do.
melting something, but they're like showing it form into.
Forming it. Yeah.
And it looks awesome.
It was awesome.
It looks
yeah.
awesome.
It's
It's
like
so cool.
It's like the Sam Raimi school of filmmaking.
yeah, I
Playing all
love
the
that.
cool effects in reverse. It's great.
It's hella dope. And then, so we see Chucky, eventually his face forms. No eyes, no teeth, no hair. And he screams no, like George Lucas made Darth Vader.
I stepped in on one scene.
I saw Child's Play 3, and
We
I
want to
thought,
let him know what he's feeling.
I just want the audience to know how Darth Vader's feeling, because I saw Chucky say, no!
That's how Vader feels.
But yeah, I think George Lucas stole that for Revenge of the Sith. Anyways,
we know, George.
we know. We're onto it. But at the Good Guy production meeting, they are briefly chatting about Andy Barclay and the guy Miles, who is against bringing back the Good Guy dolls
So I want to
and
know this.
rebranding them.
I want to know something. The guy who gives the exposition dump was basically like Andy Barclay, blah, blah, blah. He looks like Roger Ebert.
Oh, he does.
And he's voicing concerns about the doll like having a negative effect on children.
right.
And I'm like, was that a swipe?
At Roger Ebert?
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know. I want to know. Because he
interesting.
looks remarkably like Roger Ebert.
He really does.
Which, by the way, I miss Roger Ebert in the worst way.
yeah. He was a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I miss reading his reviews. But anyway.
But yeah, so we see that they're going to rebrand the doll for a comeback, and we meet the CEO, Mr. Sullivan,
Who plays businessman.
Yeah.
businessman.
I mean, this whole scene
Mr.
could
Sullivan.
really be simplified. This whole scene could really be simplified for Mr. Sullivan just saying, fuck those kids.
yeah,
That's
basically.
pretty much what he says.
Yeah,
He's got
like,
a lot of like lines in this that I'm like, well, it's like a lot of businessmen must have seen this movie and they're like, I'm gonna be like that guy.
that guy's-
exactly.
He gets it.
I literally have something like that like I have it in my notes.
Yeah.
What does he call children? He's like the consumer
They're
trainees.
consumers in training.
No,
training.
consumer trainees. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what a line.
Yeah, and he is like, who gives a shit about Andy Barclay? He's ancient history. And it happened like 5 years ago.
But that's
Not
like,
even.
Don't you feel like that's what happens in like most of these like boardrooms, right? Where they're like, well, this could hurt somebody. Well, yeah, it could, but
I'm hearing a lot of could.
I'm hearing a lot of coulds, and I'm also hearing a lot of ka-ching.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of kuds, but not a lot of cha-ching.
Cha-ching!
Oh, yes, of course.
And I like a guy runs in and gives a gift of the fresh off the line good guy doll to Mr. Sullivan. And we see this cool POV. I actually love that POV because it lets you know, like,
The doll's in
oh,
there.
shit, Chucky's
It's that one.
It's Chucky, yeah. And so...
Sir, we can only produce one, though, because the amount of plastic that's required to make one of these dolls.
I mean,
You're fired.
In fairness, though, it doesn't matter because Sullivan's got 2 randos in his office already anyway.
Yeah, because he's like, this is the first one. I don't know if that's from the original line or something,
I'm
but it's
guessing
like
it was
he's got
like
2 other
maybe.
ones.
Larry
Yeah.
and Paul, was it? Or
Polly.
Polly?
My name is Polly.
My
Yeah.
name is Larry.
My name is Polly. My
I
name
like
is Larry.
I like in 2 the he's like the Tommy doll.
Yeah.
He's like, eat dirt, Tommy.
Eat dirt, Tommy.
Tommy.
So we see Mr. Sullivan in the new doll, which is Chucky.
And for the record, HD did the background of this movie 0 favors. If you look at the city, it just looks like
like
they
a
have like a
map
poster rolled up
Oh,
or something.
no, yeah. I didn't notice
Definitely
that.
didn't.
And for the record, I'd prefer that.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. I know people are like, well, it looks cheap. I'm like, no, it's charming.
I think it's charming.
It just looks like city. Like they didn't want to like place it in like a specific place. They wanted to keep it like Imagination Land or something. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of like a city backdrop that you can't really place. And it's cool.
I got
I
a
like
question
it.
for you guys, though.
Yeah.
So in his boardroom, he has a lot of these toys, right?
Right.
And some of them are just all over the place, right? So I'm just wondering, as like a CEO of like a toy manufacturing company, you think like when people are going in there and making a deal, they're going in there and like looking at all these toys?
Yeah.
And like if that is the way that it works, do you think like it works for adult toys too? Like when people come in like to make a deal with adults.
You and your
Like
horror
CEO.
movies, man.
You think you like walk in and you find like adult toys all over and it's just like okay.
Oh, don't
you're
sit
like
there.
a
That's where the blow up
distributor.
dog goes.
Well, it's okay. Mr. Sullivan had it in Child's Play 3. He had all these toys here.
Right.
Barely used.
Barely used.
Barely used.
But yeah, no, we go to Sullivan's office and there's toys everywhere, like Chris said, and we see the new doll, but the box is actually open, and Mr. Sullivan is playing a little bit of putt-putt, right? And he's like shooting the golf balls, and eventually we see where Chucky F's with Mr. Sullivan a little bit, right? You know, he always likes to play
A
around.
little foreplay in there.
Yeah. And
Chucky likes to make you afraid.
and then he starts throwing darts
Oh,
at,
yeah,
at
I have
Mr.
a
Sullivan.
lot of things to say about this.
Yes.
One, the remote control car.
Yeah.
They treat it like it's an actual like full car coming at him that's going to like do like this massive amount of damage. Now, when we were
Like,
kids,
oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
that-
sure we've all gotten hit by this exact type of toy car.
It would like hit you and like you would feel like a tap and the thing
tap.
would fall over.
Yeah, it was
Like,
just
he's
like
treating it like it's like a full-grown car coming at
To
him.
be fair, did you see what happened to that thing when it crashed? It's like hood was dented in and stuff. It was like a real car crash.
But then, like I don't know what darts that Chucky are using, but it's got to be made by like the same type of steel that like Hattori Hanzo formed his swords, because it splits the shirt, it splits
Yeah.
the skin. We can't even get our darts to stay in the dartboard.
Not even
Yeah.
just that, it clearly severed his spine.
That's because he can't move.
It
Because he's
literally-
like dragging his legs
He's
and
like,
stuff. Like Chucky has like surgical precision.
Exactly,
really
like,
does.
Like I think instead of like
My
we'll get into some of the people in the military school, and maybe they should have taken like aiming lessons from Chucky, because he didn't shoot the gun very well. We saw that in Child's Play 1,
yeah.
but he could shoot those darts very
Yeah.
accurately.
You know, though, it's funny too. Like on the topic of the toys, I was just thinking about this. So like they come, like the plane comes flying at them, and like the car blows up or something.
Right.
Like, that's pretty accurate for the toys of the time.
yeah.
All the toys that we had back then were like things
Dangerous.
that could probably hurt us. Also, one little thing about Chucky. If I was Chucky, I would not kill Mr. Sullivan. And why I say that is that Mr. Sullivan repeatedly brings him back from the dead. Because,
Yeah.
like, the doll that was made in the first one was probably made by Mr. Sullivan.
Yep.
The second one, they take the doll and they rebuild it. right? And then he just kind of like, I get this, shove it up your ass is what he says.
Yeah.
And then in the third one, they make another one.
Right.
You kill this guy and you
might be
die,
done.
you might stay down.
Yeah.
Keep Sullivan alive.
Keep him alive.
Pay for his medical bills.
Yeah.
You need dolls to stay alive.
Do you think he set it up to look like an accident? Like he's like, oh, he was like Chucky took his pants down and he was like, oh, he choked himself while masturbating. Because I always thought about that.
Was that
Did
a
you guys-
Hanzo sword type of thing? Is that
Sorry,
what you're doing?
No, but
There's a joke in what I just said. You can dig around and find it.
so we see he eventually strangles Mr. Sullivan, giving one of my favorite lines, of course, Chris.
Oh, well, I had another line even before that, but
Oh, yeah.
I know which one you're talking with.
Yeah.
You're talking like nothing little strangulation to get the circulation going.
Yeah.
But I was
love
talking
it.
about with this first one where he hits his like first one liner, which is like, what does he say? Like, don't fuck
Fuck with the Chuck.
don't fuck with the Chuck.
Yeah. I love
Can't
it.
forget about them.
Yeah. And by the way, Chucky has a pretty good golf swing.
He
I
does.
think.
He also, just to set it up a little bit, I like when he kills Sullivan right before he says your favorite line, and he's
Yeah.
like, just like the good
old
old
days.
days. Nothing like a
strangulation
strangulation to
to
get the circulation going. It's awesome.
So good.
I know we've touched on this before, but this is definitely, I feel like, our most quotable movie.
Oh,
yeah,
of the
100%.
Child's Play
100%.
movies, yeah.
Yeah.
This movie does not get enough credit for the quotability of it.
No,
And the writing,
everything
I
is
think the writing in
quotable.
it is strong.
Literally, I will go into it later on. I think Shelton is like the best character in movie history.
I've got thoughts about him.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it up front, okay? I think Shelton is depicted as a bad guy.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah, but he's actually like not a bad guy.
No.
He has to be doing exactly what he's doing for soldiers, right?
Exactly.
They're supposed to kind of like break you down and build you back up because
Yep.
they potentially are putting you into situations where you need to be a soldier. So you have Andy Barclay come waltzing into this school and he's weird. And I'm going to keep mentioning it.
Yeah.
But like Shelton's literally reacting to all of Andy's weird behavior the way that a normal human being would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. He's not a bad guy.
This movie takes place in a span of 2 days. All the weird behavior that Andy demonstrates. Yep. Like fucking Shelton should have put him in jail.
Exactly. If somebody came in and was like, oh, like sneaking around, like we'll get to that.
We're gonna talk about it. But
yeah, like-
Shelton is depicted as the villain, but he is actually the guy that like would probably get like save your life in a war.
he's
Yeah.
like actually like the sane person in this movie.
I also like when he's at the end. I mean, we're skipping a little bit, but when he sees Chucky for the first time, he's like, huh.
Oh.
Like it's kind of like a fun reaction. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
cool.
That's interesting. to
Fuck me.
Anyway.
But yeah, so after he kills Mr. Sullivan, Chucky uses Sullivan's computer, and he finds out that Andy is going to the Kent Military School.
It was actually called the Full Metal Jacket Academy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Right.
really interesting that like Mr. Sullivan had access to like all of that information.
Yeah.
Like he was just, like, but it wasn't like Chucky had to do like this big search on it either. It was just like right there on his computer. Well, that was actually something that I really
It wasn't
liked
even
too.
Google. Like
The
it was just-
reflection of
Oh,
Chucky.
that actually is really cool.
Yeah, like on the computer, like you see like it reflecting in him. I'm like, this is like a really cool shot.
Yeah.
He's he
He just sitting there, he's just like,
that fucking mean looking.
Yeah. I love it.
He's just so mad at this point. Like he's over it. He's just
Yeah.
like, where the fuck is this
Where
kid?
where are you, you son of a bitch?
this- yeah.
Yeah, no, but I one of my favorite things before we do move on to the military school, throughout this whole movie though, I think Chucky looks the best and is animated the best in this film.
I disagree.
Really?
I think it's in two.
Okay.
One little swipe at this movie that I'm going to take.
Yeah.
I feel like because the time frame to make this movie was so like small, because like this movie, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it was made in like less than a year from the second
crazy.
one. So they had to
Yeah.
rush in production. Next time you watch this movie, whenever they're doing wides of Chucky, look how often he's just standing somewhere. And it's like not moving a lot. Like you can see where they're like kind of cutting corners a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Because they don't have enough time.
100%.
But I think in 2, he's like perfection. But I love him the most in the first one because the first one, he feels like a guy inside of a doll.
Yeah.
Like his movements are kind of jerky and like it's actually scary. The second one, it's far more like fluid and you could tell they have more money. This one, the budget was not the budget, but just the time to make him look.
He's working off a few drops of blood, man.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what you're saying because I can agree with this. There are points like with the articulation of his face.
Yeah.
Like where you're just like, oh, fuck, that's pretty good for the time.
It looks really good.
I think they used, from what I understand, there was actually some digital shit used to make the mouth and the dialogue. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
like little things like that, but
Look good.
Interesting.
I agree.
I think
thought
it
it
looked.
looked
I'm
really
not.
good.
I'm not like saying like this is embarrassing.
fuck, Rory?
Yeah, I'm not at that point where I'm like how he might look and say like Cult of Chucky,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because this is like to me this is like the golden era of Child's Play
Yeah,
movies.
I agree.
absolutely.
Because like I like these movies far more when they're horror movies with comedic elements and not comedies to the point of parody.
Right.
Which is what it turns into.
Actually, he looks really good in Bride too.
Yeah, I love Bride.
Yeah,
as
he
well.
looks really
Yeah.
good in that.
And the animation and just everything,
Yeah.
the aesthetic, awesome. But so on his way in, Andy sees De Silva from afar, and we'll get into her.
As soon as you see her, you're like, ooh, love interest.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay. Andy
immediate.
spotted her. He's in. Yeah,
I think Becca made a comment about that. She's like, oh, is that the love interest? I'm like, of course it is.
of course, yeah,
They took time to photograph her in a nice way.
yeah. And that's when he meets with Colonel Cochran. Right? Is that
I know,
his
it
name?
sounds like something else.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're drifting into Halloween 3.
I know. That's what I
Colonel
was like.
Cochran.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Andy moved from foster home to foster home, and eventually now ended up in military school.
I think Justin Whalen was excellent casting for an adult
Yeah.
Andy.
Yes. Looks
Yeah.
exactly like him.
Yeah, I didn't realize it till like last night because I was like making it a point to compare the two, and I'm like, he looks like an adult Andy.
He really does. He said that before too.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And I'll
yeah,
also say he gets a lot more shit than he deserves in this movie
he's
from
great.
the internet community.
I think he's great.
Because people take a lot of shots at him. Ooh, he's not Alex Vincent. No, you're right, he's not Alex Vincent, but that doesn't mean he didn't do a good job.
It turns out the people on the internet sometimes are needlessly mean. For example,
What?
leave Millie Bobby Brown alone. That's all I'm saying. People on the internet need to stop being such pricks. But
Yeah.
they won't be because it's the internet.
It's the internet.
But-
Everybody's got their own soapbox.
Yeah. But yeah, Andy ends up in military school, which is Ted Logan's nightmare. And so I guess Andy won't be in Wild Stallions. But Barkley then goes to get his head shaved. There, Andy meets Tyler, who's this young little kid, maybe like 10, 11, and
Adorable kid.
adorable.
That
Yeah.
kid is fucking so cute.
Yes, I know. There's a part of me that wonders, because I know you watched the whole show. Mm-hmm. Do Tyler or De Silva ever come back?
They were rumored to come back in the next season, but Sci-Fi cut the show.
Yeah,
But
that
Tyler was
sucks.
supposed to come back.
I didn't finish
Yeah.
3 yet. I'm going to start watching 3 tomorrow. That's my new goal right now.
I love it. Yeah,
Because I really loved the first season. I was shocked by how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me
And
too.
The second
I was
season
like,
got a little wild.
Oh, they're gonna go way wild in the third one.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
Because
like,
I'm just...
They just pretty much go, you know what? We're just gonna go as over the top as we possibly can.
And you can do that with Chucky.
With Chucky, you
Yeah.
can do it. With all the other ones, you really can't. Chucky, it works.
As long as Brad Dourif, that wonderful genius of a man, is voicing that doll, I'm in.
Yeah.
Same
And
here.
even if like this show isn't great at times, as long as I get to spend more time with Brad Dourif as Chucky, I'm in.
I enjoyed Fiona Dourif as Charles Lee Ray. in
Oh,
the
she's
flashbacks.
so good.
She's so good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
She's just she's
she's
great.
rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her when I met her, by the way, I was like, I have this podcast with my friend, and there's a lot of times we're just talking about how awesome you are. It's like,
so
oh,
true.
thank you.
But yeah, no, so we meet Tyler, and he's a 10-year-old kid, and he's super cool. And he's getting his hair cut
By Larry Cotton.
Larry Cotton, Andrew Robinson.
Yeah.
And who really, really loves his job.
Yeah, can we talk
cutting
a
hair.
little bit about that? Because
he's
probably creepier than Chucky. He's got pictures of all of these cadets stapled onto his wall with their hair next to it.
Yeah,
That's a little creepy.
He is a little bit of a pervert.
Oh, just a
when
little
he's like
bit.
cutting people's hair, he's like, yeah, fuck yeah,
dude,
Yeah.
I've never met a more.
Presto.
Presto! I came. I mean, you're done. You're done. I said you're done. I didn't say. Oh no. But no, I think the one of the funny things about he's the most enthusiastic barber I've ever seen in my
definitely.
entire life.
Yeah. Well, there's one barber at the end of this movie that's a little more enthusiastic than he is.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
definitely you.
It's so you.
It's so you. But yeah, so he gets Andy in the chair and he starts cutting Andy's hair, and Andy sees a commercial for the Good Guy dolls, and we see that Tyler loves it. Like the little kid is.
He's
like,
having the same
oh
reaction.
My God.
He's having the same reaction that Andy had in the first movie.
Yeah,
I think he's having the
they
same
both-
reaction, if we're being honest, that all of us would have had watching that commercial.
Oh
if
my-
we were like that
it's a
age.
Good Guy doll.
I would have that reaction now.
Yeah,
I probably would too.
I like when Andy keys in to the commercial and he's like, good guy, good guy, good guy, good guy, good guy.
Yeah.
They have like that weird echo thing. Good guy, good guy, good guy, good guy.
And you just hear Tyler go, wow.
Yeah, because that's what Andy does in the first movie.
Yeah, I
You see,
love
like,
it.
the little bit of their setting up that he's gonna be
The new.
The new
Andy.
Andy.
the new Lori.
yeah, the new Lori. So Andy gets to his room and meets his roommate Whitehurst.
Loser.
Oh no, I
He's
love
a
Whitehurst.
loser. I hate Whitehurst.
Oh no, I
you?
always loved
Why?
him.
I've never liked Whitehurst. I've always
Why?
thought he was a big loser.
So Whitehurst.
There's so many times where a lot of this stuff could have been prevented if Whitehurst just backed up Barkley, but he's too much of a chicken shit.
Yeah, I like Whitehurst. I'm gonna disagree, Chris. I think
the
he's
heck with
pretty
him.
cool. I don't know,
Whitehurst sucks in this movie.
but he's found tied up in the closet, and he was put there by Shelton, who turns out to be Cadet Lieutenant
Brett C. Shelton.
Brett C. Shelton. And now the thing about Shelton, this looks like he's a bully, right? And yeah, that is a bully move. But as the movie progresses, like you guys kind of touched on, Shelton really isn't too bad. This move is a dick move.
Is it?
But like is
Is it him trying to
everything
get him to
else-
drop out though? Because he just knows that he's not cut out for this type of thing.
No, that's how they talk to you in the military.
yeah.
Well, no, I mean like tying you up and throwing you in there. I think that there was just because even like the barber makes a point of it too. Like, why are you here? Like everybody knows you're not cut out for this stuff.
Right.
Is it? You think maybe him just trying to push him over just to get him out?
I just think that's like that macho military type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I know what you're saying because
yeah,
it's like
just for the betterment of him.
yeah. I will say that there's this thing that Shelton's doing this because to me, like when I was a kid, I was always like, oh, Shelton's an asshole.
Yeah.
But it's because it like when this movie was made, it was giving you like
It's pointing you towards that direction. Like, don't like this character, right?
yeah, it's like it's authority through the lens of the 90s.
Yes.
It's basically like discipline's bad and like so, but like that guy, realistically speaking, if you were in a military academy, you would need somebody to be like that to get you in shape so that you don't get yourself killed when you're in a war.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it turns out that when people are shooting at you, they don't fucking care if they're hurting your feelings or not.
No,
Right.
correct. Yeah.
And so Shelton
can
is kind of
understand
like
that.
an Arlie Ermy a little bit.
Yeah, for sure,
You know,
for
in
sure.
Full Metal.
I can understand that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think in how interpret it is I think he is doing what's best for Whitehurst, and I think trying to bully him to get him to drop out to go pursue something else, I think that's what he feels is probably the best thing, because he even says, "You are the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life," which, granted, you're right, that is definitely something an Army person would say, 100%. But I think I see it for me, like, everybody kind of knows, like, this, like, he ain't about that life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the record, the actor that plays Shelton is like
Scene stealing.
amazing.
How is he not in, like, everything?
I don't know.
He's
know.
awesome.
This
Like,
should have been a
every
breakout
scene,
role.
Every scene he is in, he, like, commands the screen.
He's like, as like, to me, like, he overshadows every scene that Chucky's not in.
Correct.
Get him at a convention. Like,
Oh
what
my
the
God.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, assholes? Get him in there. I want to meet him.
Cause I mean, we could talk to him about how we don't see him as a villain.
Yeah, we're like, yo, we just want to let you know.
Just want to let you know, man,
We're pro Shelton over here.
you're not really a villain.
I like so at this point he's chewing out Whitehurst, right?
Oh, no. Now, this is, he just found him in the closet. But
Okay.
at lineups, that's when Andy
Okay.
actually meets Shelton, who's an asshole, according to De Silva, right?
Oh, yeah,
and,
that's one of my favorite
she's
lines.
like a badass. De Silva, I remember just as a kid being like, this girl is the coolest girl I've ever seen in my
I'll take
entire
it a
life.
step further. I fell in love with her the first time I saw it.
Right? What was your reaction to De Silva? Like, I love her.
I was into Shelton.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, hot damn.
Well, it's great because
Damn.
he's given everybody this really hard time.
Yeah.
And then you just hear De Silva go, "You asshole."
Now
And
there's
then-
this really wonderful camera movement when it kind of like
it just goes
a little like weird band thing to him.
right
It's
there.
so good.
And he's like, "Oh, what was that, De Silva?" And she's like,
like a
"I
funny
said
pan.
you asshole, sir." Like, oh, you think you're pretty funny, huh, De Silva? Yes, I do, sir.
She's
It
a-
shows you how much we know this movie.
Yeah.
And,
And
I want to know though, like they're like making this big deal about people having to get their hair cut. Why didn't she gotta get her hair cut?
yeah,
I don't know.
that's-
Well, this is a question for you. You're the Roman history person because Botsnik said it was popular. Well, he said it actually was created. I think it was popularized in the Roman army, but I don't know. Like, were women actually in the Roman army?
not that I know of. I don't remember.
I guess
reading
women
about it,
really don't shave
but-
their head now, though, when they're in the army.
Yeah.
It was very confusing to me because they're making it seem like your hair is like a huge hazard and it's gonna get you killed.
Yeah.
But then like all the girls, like the one girl's got like her hair all blown out.
No, dude, she has
she's
like a
gonna be hitting the
full
clubs or
perm.
something.
Yeah, her friend, like the redhead.
Yeah, she has like a full on perm.
Yeah.
Like, super red curly
Looks like
hair.
Sideshow Bob.
She's decked out, man. But yeah, so Shelton chews out Whitehurst, and that's when De Silva kind of sticks up for Whitehurst,
You asshole.
calling him an asshole and stuff. And then he immediately punishes her by telling her to drop and give him a bunch of push-ups. And then he's like one-handed, and
Which is awesome.
yeah, and you're like, okay, like he's the disciplinary, and he's just trying to keep these soldiers in line. But at certain points, yeah, he's an asshole though too.
There's a slight bit of respect that he has for her though,
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
which I think is interesting.
he
yes.
gives her command of half of his forces
Yeah.
at the end of the movie.
He knows
Yeah.
that she's like awesome.
Yeah, he gives her the whole right flank of his like entire crew.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like this movie maybe would have benefited from there being at least a scene at the end where like Andy and you know what I mean? Andy and
Yeah.
Shelton had like a moment where they were able to see eye to eye on things where he's like, okay, they're not.
Yeah,
Like
I
maybe
kinda
like
wish
some of
they
what he
did.
was like teaching them in like military school, maybe he could have used against Chucky or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just, oh, okay, you were just trying to make me not be this like pouty little prick that I came into the military academy as.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you could learn
actually,
something.
I learned something from
Yeah.
this character. Yeah, I would like that.
I know,
Yeah,
actually I think that would have been pretty rad.
The only thing that Shelton really knows about him is he's a kid that moved from foster home to foster home that is pretty much pretended anyway that a killer doll has been trying to kill him.
And he's
Right.
yeah, and also like when he's talking to him, he's speaking to Shelton with no confidence, and that's not going to fly.
No.
And then he's also calling him Shelton, and he's not using the formalities of like sir.
He's trying
and
to
shit.
teach him that.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
that's just kind of how
Military.
it is in the military.
Yeah.
That's why people like me don't go there. I wouldn't survive a minute. If he shouted at me like that in front of a group of people, I would have broke down in tears. I'm like, you embarrassed me.
You really mean to me.
Sheldon, I think you and I would actually have some stuff in common if we talked.
I like horror movies, and you just make fun of me all the time.
Drop and give me 25.
Oh,
I can't
shit.
do 25 push-ups.
How can I do fucking shit?
One-handed?
But so Tyler is tasked with delivering a package to Barkley.
Oh, wait. The little backstory they give to Tyler about his dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, your dad's out flying jets defending the country. And I'm like, what fucking war is he fighting?
Yeah.
That's a deadbeat dad right there.
Yeah.
They're trying to make him feel better. I never thought about that until last night.
Was it Desert Storm?
That might be Desert Storm Gulf War.
Yeah, it might be. But
Is
I'm
that
not
what
sure.
it is?
It might be the Gulf War.
What year did
Yeah.
the Gulf War happen?
It was in the 90s.
What year?
Early 90s.
I mean, it was early 90s. I don't remember. It was
Let's
definitely
say
early 90s.
Maybe 91, 92.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe his dad is a rock star. I take everything back. I was trying to make a joke, but it turns out
He might
he
have
was
been
a
part
hero,
of Desert Storm.
and I needed military school. I needed to learn respect.
Could we talk about how Tyler is definitely the worst postal carrier in the
Oh
world?
my
too?
God. Yeah, he
Well,
handles.
the box is the size of him.
Yeah.
He's letting it fall all over the place. It goes down a whole bunch of
Dude,
stairs.
he handles the package like Ace Ventura in the beginning of Pet Detective, where he's literally just dropping and kicking it.
Yeah, it's like so. Essentially, Tyler is pretty much an average day at UPS.
Yeah, he's just your average UPS guy. No, but he actually drops the doll at one point down the stairs, and it rips. And that's when he sees it's a good guy doll, and he decides, oh my gosh, it's a good guy doll? I'm going to open this. So he sneaks into like this utility, well, the
Utilidor.
armory,
Yeah, the armory.
right?
It was the utilidor.
The utilidor. And that's when Chucky pops out and reveals himself to
Who the
Tyler.
fuck are you?
It's so good. And
I thought you guys only said 3 phrases.
I'm new and improved.
I'm new and improved.
You know what's cool about this scene, by the way, with the two of them interacting? In the first movie, you never got to see this with
Right.
Andy, like how he manipulates
dude,
them.
that's so crazy. I thought about that when
Did
I was
ya?
watching it today. I was like, this is so cool because this would have been like when he revealed himself to Andy for the first time.
Do you think he was
But we didn't
swearing at
see
him
it.
like that?
Oh yeah, he probably probably. It's like I thought you guys only said 3 sentences.
Fuck off, kid.
Where's Barkley? Can't you read?
Put
You're
on
supposed to get this package. Tampering with the mail's a federal offense.
Becca was like, she asked me about that last night because I kept quoting it as we were watching it.
It's like, are you okay?
She's like, how'd you know they were going to say that? I'm like, I know every word to this movie.
I literally do. I mean, everybody here probably
Yeah,
knows
no, we
every
do.
word to this.
And then we see where De Silva has a scene with Barkley and.
Do you think her name should have been De Silverware?
De Silvaware?
That's
Oh,
what
I like that.
That's a better name.
Yeah. So De Silva she's teaching Andy how to shoot properly, right? And just like, squeeze the trigger.
It's all sensual.
And there is a little bit of like, ooh, all right. There's a little romance kind of
They're setting
tension
the
going
stage.
on.
I actually had a teacher who taught me like that. It ruined my life.
Was that a shooting class?
No.
No, she just went in the back.
No.
She's like, you like math? Here, let me show you
No.
how to add these numbers. So you put that
I'm
2.
going to add me and subtract your
Right
confidence.
for this.
Right at lowercase t.
You plus me
Here's
equals us.
uppercase D.
What?
Oh, I don't want to go. Well, this is dark.
This is so. Then we see where the Colonel finds Tyler playing with Chucky, and they're playing the game Hide the Soul.
Can we just say how miserable Colonel Cochran is? Like, I feel like he has no enjoyment in his life whatsoever.
Yeah, he's like, Tyler, give me the doll. And I do love his accent. It's like this weird.
Yeah, it's like a weird. It's like,
Southern.
Give me the
Southwestern
doll.
accent. Yeah, it's really weird.
You don't want to play with dolls, do you, Tyler?
Give me the
Playing
doll.
with dolls is
you
for
know, when I became a
girls.
man, I put childish things away.
But that doll really is cool. Can I play with it, Tyler?
I'm gonna take that doll and I'll take care of it.
I'm
Right.
gonna molest that thing.
So the the colonel, I'm sorry, takes the doll out to the dumpster. Meanwhile, Andy is doing some drills.
Can we talk about how miserable his face is when he's walking to like the dumpster?
Yeah.
It looks like someone either let go a really bad fart or something.
Yeah, he's just
because
like-
he is like. Did you not pay attention to that when he's walking? He is looking. He's literally like grunting as he's walking.
Mean mugging, man. He's mean mugging.
He's got
Yeah.
he's like a couple days or a day away from a heart attack.
Well, that's
I guess he
true.
was close
That's
there.
true.
His body's probably just telling him all sorts of shit.
Yeah, it's like, please. But yeah, so meanwhile, as the colonel's walking by, Andy spots him, right? Andy's outside doing drills.
I like this scene.
And that's when Andy drops his rifle. And Shelton.
I like this scene a lot because
Me too.
I like the okay, so first off,
Obviously.
that they really capture the feeling of like if you were in a class and everybody gets it and you're the one person that
Yeah,
doesn't
that's like
understand.
doesn't get it.
I
get it
understood
at
that
all.
very well.
It's almost weird because they put him right into this, and the only thing I'm thinking of is like Hardy's Tactics, which was given into like all the drilled into the Civil War soldiers, but they're giving him like phrases that this dude clearly does not know. Like at one point they're like fall out, and he's just like, like
What?
fall out. Like,
That one guy kind of like leads him out and kind of gives him a look like that's what Fallout is.
That's what
Yeah.
Fallout is.
Idiot.
You freaking moron.
Dumbass.
You've been here 4 hours. You don't know this
You don't know the Hardy's Tactics by now?
Didn't you read the military instruction manual?
Come on, you dumbass. Fucking Barkley. No, but I do like he drops his rifle, right? And Shelton
wow.
is like, come on, man, it's not a baton, right? And he walks over.
Rifle.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I dropped my gun. He's like, gun? And that's when
Major
Shelton
Ellis, come
Does
over.
this look like a gun to
teaches
you?
Andy the valuable lesson
Gun
on
to you, Barkley?
a gun and a rifle.
It's a rifle.
All right, you have to say it.
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for shooting, and this is for fun.
And that's when the guy grabs his crotch.
And and don't worry, they close up on it.
Yeah, it's a weird close up on the crotch as well. So
Yeah.
it's like
That
he
they probably had
points
to, like,
to the rifle.
That's probably like a day of shooting right there too.
Yeah, they're like, oh, get real close on that thing.
How many takes are we doing?
As many as we want. But I do like, yeah, so he like points to the rifle and then he'll grab his crotch. This is my gun. This is for shooting.
And
Pointing to the
this
rifle.
Is for fun.
And the fun being his dick. So meanwhile, as this is going on, we see where Chucky is loaded into the dumpster, well, the back of this garbage truck. And he cries out. He's like, ah, God, help me, help me.
I love his like trying to be a child scream.
Yeah.
But he just sounds like a demented old guy.
Yeah, he's like, ah, Mister, help me.
So the fun part of that really
It's
is
so
when he's
good.
being lifted up. He's like, ah, and then they drop him down. He's like, shit.
Shit. And so it's great. He's yelling, and that's when the garbage man jumps in the back, and he's like, "Where are you? Where are you?" Because he hears him, and Chucky just ends up like turning on the compactor.
Could we talk about how he looks when he hops out? Where he's got like the shreds of lettuce in his hair.
Yeah.
He hops out
I
of the
love it.
garbage and he's just like, like looking at him. Like, why
Yeah.
doesn't Popper or like NECA release a figure of that? I would buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Like shredded lettuce, Chucky.
Shredded lettuce, Chucky.
Yeah.
I think also there was a thing they should have done with this movie.
Dumpster diving Chucky.
Yes. Dumpster diving Chucky. I would buy that toy.
Me too.
The other thing
Up
is
to the name alone.
for the rest of the movie, Chucky should have smelled like trash.
Yeah.
Like he lost the element of surprise because people are like,
Wow, you smell that shit?
trash?
They
It
do
smells disgusting.
They literally do so much shit to him in this movie.
Yeah, he goes
Yeah.
through it.
He goes through a lot of fucking shit.
He
But
really
this
does.
poor old man's in the back of the garbage truck.
Yeah, and so Chucky turns on the compactor, and that's when he is crushed to death, and
not
everyone
even.
hears the guy scream.
He's also pierced to death.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
kind of like
pierced and pressed.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Do you think Trash Chucky is a toy?
Oh my god!
We
Get him,
both
I
had
think,
that.
you guys.
I had that too.
Holy shit!
That is so funny.
That's
but
so
yeah, like
dope.
I actually
That was in my notes. What the
How
dumpster
crazy.
diving?
Me too.
Yeah, we had some form of it in all of our notes.
the crazy thing about this scene to me is I know like this movie gets a lot of shit, but this is one of the most brutal deaths I think in a film.
Yeah.
Like you're not just getting pressed to death. You're not even just getting pierced to death. You're getting them both at the same time. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way,
His arm.
your arm is also getting ripped right off as
Yeah.
it's happening.
See,
That's so
what that
wild.
guy should have done was he should have called R2D2 to shut down the trash compactor.
Oh, yeah, that always.
That's
works.
how you
That would work.
fucking
That works.
fix these things.
Yep.
Come on, trash man.
Come on, trash guy.
That guy. that
Do
poor guy.
better. Do better, trash guy.
I like that guy was perfectly cast.
Yeah.
I was
he
thinking
great.
about that. Like, he looked like a guy that would have that job.
Actually, everybody in this movie is like perfectly
Really
cast.
well cast.
This might be a perfect casted film,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I can't think of
personally.
anyone. I'm like, that person was pretty terrible.
Probably
Take
Chucky,
them out.
right?
No,
Miscast, no?
Maybe Mr. Sullivan.
The
I
one
don't know.
guard's
I
kinda
like
creep,
Sullivan.
but-
though.
I do too. Mr. Sullivan is the ultimate businessman in a
Yeah,
movie.
like there really isn't a person in this movie that I'm like, I think cast this a little bit better.
The guard
I
at
think
the end's a
everyone's
little sus.
Okay, like-
but yeah,
But
We'll
he
talk
might be a
about him.
stuntman. I think.
We'll talk about him.
Yeah. So everyone hears the guy scream out, but it's already too late, and the guy's dead. Meanwhile, Whitehurst is a little later on. Whitehurst is polishing Shelton's shoes.
And he looks like Will from Nightmare 3.
Oh, he does. He really does.
He's got a little bit
Oh,
of
yeah,
Will vibe.
he does.
Yeah.
He actually
And-
looked like my brother's best friend in high school.
Yeah. I always thought he looked like what do you call from the Wonder Years.
I was going to say Paul Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Paul Pfeiffer.
That was
yeah.
my follow-up joke.
Oh,
if
son of a
the
bitch.
Will one didn't land, I was going to go take two, Paul Pfeiffer.
Paul Pfeiffer. But yeah, Whitehurst is polishing Shelton's shoes, and Andy asks if he spotted the good guy doll. He's like, "Hey, did you see like that good guy doll that the Colonel threw away?
Yeah, it's that one that's like possessed and foul-mouthed.
You see that?"
He
And
like walks around and shit and tries to put his soul in kids' bodies.
yeah, and Whitehurst is like, I don't. Yeah, I remember those from like when I was a kid. Right?
Mine didn't do that.
Mine didn't do
What,
that
what
shit.
kind of childhood did you have?
So Whitehurst is like, okay, I got to go wash up. And he finishes polishing the shoes. And that's when we see Andy kind of has a run-in with Chucky, who slices his Achilles, right?
It isn't like slice it though, because otherwise I don't
No.
think Andy would have been
Right.
walking
He
around.
would-
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I mean. Like, I was like,
I think it kind of hits his genes.
Yeah, he
comes
didn't.
out.
He didn't Judd Crandall him.
yeah, he didn't, yeah. Because
Long
it looks
time
painful,
no
though.
see, pal.
Yeah.
You know what they
Long
say?
time no see, pal.
You know what they say? You
And
just can't keep a good guy down.
I also like
Andy, how you've
when
grown.
that was what I was gonna
That's
say.
my favorite.
I love when he sees that Andy has a porn mag in his
Yeah.
trunk. He's like, Andy, how you've grown.
It's so good. So Andy attacks Chucky, and that's when Shelton walks in, and he notices it looks like he's just playing with a doll.
Once,
Like he's beating up the doll.
once again, Shelton walks in on Andy doing something really weird.
stupid.
Right.
He's just bashing a doll off the ground. So, like, if you're Shelton, you're this normal straight-laced guy, and you walk in, the new kid is just losing his shit, bashing a doll off the ground and screaming.
Right.
And I'm supposed to be like, well, Shelton's being really hard on him.
Shelton's being a little unreasonable here.
I get it. Like, we're privy to the knowledge that this doll's alive, but from Shelton's perspective, this kid's cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, oh yeah. And that's when Shelton's like a little pissed because he sees his shoe is all scuffed up. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to take this doll. And he tells Andy, he's like, you're my new shoe guy.
They should call him Eagle Eye Shelton because he was able to identify that those black shoes were his.
Yeah, that's true.
Are they the only ones in Kent?
Because later on,
Seem like they're like uniform standard.
when they're at the lineup, you see the shoes, like they're all like, and they all have the same shoes.
Yeah. So he's just like, no, those are clearly mine.
yeah. Oh, he's like, wait, tell Whitehurst he's off. So that night Lights out. Andy sneaks into Shelton's room to get Chucky. And Shelton wakes up and notices the doll's gone. He's like, Barkley, are you serious?
And once again, Shelton wakes up
In the middle of his sleep.
The new weird kid
Has a knife.
has a knife, snuck into his room to get a doll, falls on him.
Right.
And Shelton's the bad guy.
And Shelton's
the bad guy.
He's
Can
the
we
bad
evaluate here? What was Andy's actual plan there? Because even if he found Chucky, did he think that he was just going to have no confrontation whatsoever?
Right.
Like, there was no way that Shelton was not waking up. There's no scenario at all where Shelton does not wake up pissed off.
Right. And so Shelton makes everyone run drills at night. And Andy and Whitehurst and the others, and Shelton is super pissed that someone is a thief. He's like, one of these people stole a doll, and I want to know who it is, right? And even the colonel's like, all right, don't keep them out past midnight, right?
100 hours.
Yeah, and
I'm Blanche Dubois.
and but yeah, no, he basically is like, yeah, don't keep them out. And so that's when Shelton's like, all right, we have an hour, let's just run these guys really hard.
Which once again, what he's doing right now is correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And Andy
He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right. And Andy tries to slip away, but Shelton stops him.
Punches him in the
And
gut.
he punches
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Which
He
is something.
attacks him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Shelton's just kind of like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is what? Day 1?
Day one. Yeah, this is still his first day.
Yeah, I think it's still day one.
As Casey Clocker once said, first impressions are important. And this is a bad one.
This is a really bad first impression. It's a bad first day for
Yeah.
Andy Barkley.
He's had
Yeah.
multiple bad first impressions.
Yeah, yeah. So, meanwhile, we see Tyler. Like, Chucky is going to look for Tyler. He goes to his room. He's not there. And then he hears Tyler like, oh, we're playing hide and seek.
That shot of him walking
Is
with the
neat.
knife
So good.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And even, like, the door when it opens and you see his shadow, it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, so Tyler is trying to play hide and seek with Chucky, and Chucky is not happy about this. He's like, oh, come on, you little shit. Right? So then De Silva and her friend sneak into the colonel's office.
Oh, you're forgetting about the big one where Chucky's looking for him. Goes, Tyler, come out wherever you are. Ollie ollie oxen free. Get out here, you little shit.
Hey, one little side thing about Tyler.
Oxen free.
So, like, at no age that I've been at,
Yeah.
no matter how old I was, I would not be okay with a doll coming to life and talking to me. He is awfully cool about this whole thing.
Yeah, he's like Ted, right? Like, it's basically...
Pretty much.
He's like Mark Wahlberg. And he's just like, you know what?
Yeah, but remember their reactions to it? Like when the parents
Holy
see him for the first
shit.
time, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, but he was totally fine. The
Well, 'cause-
parents,
well,
all
I'll
the
put you-
adults and
here-
stuff.
Here's where I'll push back on that.
Yeah.
Because he wished for that to come to life.
Yes, he did.
So the night before, he wished for that bear to come to life. From Tyler's perspective, that doll tried to attack him the first time he saw it because it jumps out of the box screaming.
Yeah.
And then he starts swearing at him. You know? I just feel like Tyler should have had
Maybe
like...
Tyler made a wish that we didn't see, where he's like, I wish I had a best friend, that like a doll best friend.
See, even like in the first movie, Chucky, being a shit,
Yeah.
tells Andy that he was sent from heaven by his father. So he's like essentially taking advantage
Right.
of his grief.
Yeah.
Tyler has no setup for this.
Tyler has an
He
absentee
misses
father.
his dad.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's off being cool, apparently, in Desert Storm or whatever the fuck
Right.
you were talking about.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just saying, if I, at any age, saw a doll respond to me consciously, I'd
Yeah.
be frightened. I'd be
Yeah.
screaming. My life would be over.
Oh, of course.
I'd
Yeah.
hang myself.
Oh my god.
Who wants to live like that?
Holy shit.
I have to take that memory for the rest of my life.
Holy shit.
Go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I know you were talking about De Silva and a friend walking in, right?
Right, yeah.
Can we talk about how bad this military school actually is in discipline? because you have Barkley, who is new, of course, breaking every rule in the world.
Right.
You have De Silva and her friend sneaking into the Colonel's place. But wait, she's not alone because Tyler also decided that he was going to sneak into the Colonel's place as well.
Everyone's running a fucking muck at Kent.
That's
what's
They're all
going on.
running amok.
Yeah, that's why you need Shelton to
And
get
that's
in
why
there.
you need Shelton, yeah.
Get these kids in
Shelton's
order.
trying to keep this shit together.
He's the only person that has any goddamn respect.
But yeah, De Silva and her friend sneak into the Colonel's office, and they are trying to read Andy's file, because this is how we definitely know now. De Silva has a crush on Andy.
Because she says he's kind of cute.
Right. And that's when they spot Tyler and Chucky, and De Silva puts makeup on Chucky. And I love Tyler's reaction. He's just like, oh no, come on, you're ruining it. You're making him look like a sissy.
No, but seriously, at this point, what I really wanted to have happen was that he was like hurting Chucky's feelings.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, you're making him look stupid. It's awful. Like, I wanted just to see like Chucky rolling a tear.
Yeah. It's like,
You're body shaming me.
your body shaming.
And I have the same comments that I had the last time.
What?
How come there's no figure with the lipstick on Chucky?
Yeah.
Lipstick Chucky?
Like the
Yes,
smeared
I would buy it.
lipstick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There's all these different versions of Chucky.
Yeah.
This means war.
This means war. But yeah, so
And
De
he
Silva
means
puts
it, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Does he ever mean it?
yeah.
Coming back.
So De Silva puts the makeup on Chucky, and then the three hear someone coming, so they all ditch the doll and run off. That's when the Colonel
I want
goes to his
ditched
office.
doll Chucky, too.
Yeah.
Where he just stands looking around.
It's like, oh,
He
come
looks,
on,
it's
man.
a doll that looks abandoned.
The package comes with his head down, turned around, looking
On the
for
package, it's just like his dad driving away.
people. You just see a car in the distance. It's just like, oh no. But yeah, the Colonel enters the office, and he first spots Chucky, and he gets a little startled because it's like, hi, I'm Chucky. He's like, oh, okay, all right. And he
Hi
picks
there,
up the doll.
little feller.
Hi there, little fella.
Had to get over here again.
And then he throws it into the garbage face down, which is such a great visual because you just see like Chucky's feet like sticking out of the garbage, the wastebasket, right?
And I like his little feet.
Yeah, exactly. And then he hears like something fall over, and then when the Colonel looks back, the trash can is now empty, and he's like, "Whoa!" And that's when Chucky surprises him and jumps out screaming with a giant
Maybe the shot of
Bowie
the movie.
knife.
Maybe the shot of the movie because he's got
Yeah.
this smeared ass lipstick.
He's like,
Screaming. He's just like, ah!
He's ready to do his thing. And it's so funny because they did a great job making that doll look confused.
yeah,
There's
Yes.
like a second where he's like kind of used to just running up and stabbing
Stabbing
people.
him.
But
He's
then
just
he's
like,
just kind of like,
huh?
Oh.
Oh.
And then he has the greatest line ever.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Fucking
fucking
kidding
kidding
me.
But if you're watching it on USA, the censored line was, you gotta be crazy kidding me. They went with crazy kidding me. And that has
It sounds
tickled me.
nothing like Brad Dourif at all. Not even close.
crazy.
Aw, you gotta be crazy kidding me.
It has tickled me since I was in 6th grade. I remember Mike Ancarani and I laughing about that constantly.
So
Yeah.
my experience with that was, so I was with my dad had taken me to his coworkers, and they were having like a little party. And I remember my brother telling me, Child's Play 3 is going to be on. It's the first time that we've seen it. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be watching it. So they were like, oh, what do you want to watch? I'm like, oh, well, Child's Play 3, like whatever. So they put on USA, and I'm watching it, and I just went, what? That's weird. So then when we got home, I met up with my brother. He's like, were you watching that? I was like, yeah. And he's like, you're thinking about the same thing I am, right? And I'm like, what? He's like, crazy kidding me? I'm like, that's so bad.
What the fuck was that?
But yet it's like, it's so weird because even when I feel like I might say crazy kidding me now as much as I might say the actual line.
I feel like I want to just
think
start
say
saying
crazy
that.
kidding me more.
I think we should
do.
really start saying it
You gotta
even
be
more.
crazy kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you're just real upset about something.
Crazy
You gotta be
kidding
crazy
me.
kidding me.
You gotta be crazy kidding me.
that's
What?
a new
We're
catchphrase.
starting this
I actually
now.
kind of like it.
Yeah, we're starting this now.
2026.
Are you crazy kidding me?
Are
You're
you crazy
crazy
kidding
kidding
me?
me.
Oh,
I
you
love
gotta
it.
be crazy
That's-
kidding me.
EJ,
We're starting it.
EJ, you're crazy kidding me.
You're crazy kidding. You're crazy kidding me.
That's when you're really worked up. Somebody says something, or like,
You gotta be
Timothy
crazy.
Chalamet is going to win the award for Best Oscar. Oh, you got to be crazy kidding me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the general has a heart attack when he sees Chucky pop out, and he falls to like through the display case and knocks over all these like miniature soldiers that he
cool
had.
visual.
In there. It's a great visual.
I like that he falls on. Is that just like a recreated battlefield?
I believe
That's
it's a
what I think.
diorama.
Yeah, like a diorama, but I don't know if it's supposed to be what the red blue like the war game.
Yeah,
thing.
it's just kind of neat. Like
Yeah.
it's a neat way for his character to just go visually speaking.
Yeah.
So whatever.
And then as they're later on, like they're wheeling the colonel's body out, even Shelton says, "This guy went through 2 tours in Nam, and this is how he goes." Like
No,
that's
he says 2
Right?
tours in Nam and just drops dead. Doesn't make sense. And
Doesn't
I'm like,
make sense.
It certainly does.
crazy. Yeah, that's right. Doesn't make sense.
I'm pretty sure that all tracks, Shelton.
And I like when his buddy is like, "You gotta be crazy kidding me."
2 tours in Nam. You got to be crazy kidding me.
You got to be crazy kidding me.
So the next day, they mourn the loss of Colonel Cochran at the dining hall, and we see the barber is going through,
Bodnik.
and he is like grabbing people by the hair. He's like, "Hey, Fabrizio,
Monday. Does anybody else just think of the guy from Titanic that gets
Yes,
his smoke stacked
absolutely.
up?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Fabrizio."
Monday, Fabrizio.
But and then he
Going
comes
to America.
yeah.
And that's what happened to him when he got here.
Poor guy got crushed by a smokestack.
That's
And
messed
then
up.
survives it and then goes to Kent Military School where
Yeah.
He gets his
it all
one of his
tracks.
ancestors. Yeah.
All
It
tracks.
They're connected. So then we see the barber tells Whitehurst, he's like, "See me right after dining hall because your hair's too shaggy."
I would not let that guy around these kids.
he definitely has some issues.
Yeah.
He has some
he's like
weird
sniffing their hair.
fetish with like hair cuts.
Whitehurst, you look so shaggy.
You look so shaggy to me. I need to cut it. I need to cut it right now.
I want in a bag.
And he does like these weird like hand motions on their hair because even when he goes by
Yeah,
Barkley,
he
he's like
smooths it over.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I'm fairly certain, because they didn't show it in this movie, but there's definitely a deleted scene when the police show up and they just start going through the crime scene. They're like, "We got a kiddie porn dungeon back here."
Yeah, like what is this?
Like there's like a closet that opens up and it's just like the most horrific, disgusting shit you've ever seen. That
That's
guy,
Botsniks.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
It's definitely Botsniks. And nobody would deny it either. If they were like, yeah, we had like reports, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's Botsnik.
That tracks.
It's Sergeant Botsnik.
I don't understand. There's like a bag of hair, and there's semen all over the hair. What? What have I found?
Bags of it.
Bags.
You
and
got to be
bags
crazy kidding me.
Well, how else do you think he got the hair to stick to the wall?
Oh no! There's a lot of semen and a lot of hair. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I just thought it was glue.
But we'll do something.
You know, the lab's gonna have a day with this. So, so the next scene. Oh well, before we move on, Andy goes to chat with Tyler, and he tells Tyler to stay away from Chucky. And Tyler's like, "I'm not staying away from Chucky. He's my friend. You're just jealous he's my friend now." And
I wish
and,
like Chucky turned away and he's like,
he's right.
I miss being so important to him.
But I do love that, like, Andy's like, "Listen, he's bad news." And Tyler goes, "He's a good guy." He's like, "No, he's a liar. Here, take this knife," right?
He hurts
gives him-
people.
He hurts people.
Now take this knife.
Yeah, take this knife.
I don't know, Andy. It seems like you
I
hurt
don't know.
people.
This seems
Why
like-
do you have that?
This isn't checking out. So then we see where Whitehurst.
I wish like Shelton was walking by at that point and he just sees Andy giving a little boy a knife.
Yeah, he's like, "Here,
oh,
take
with
this
this
knife."
fucking guy again.
Fucking asshole.
giving him a Swiss Army knife. Like, what the hell?
Jesus.
So Whitehurst gets verbally shut down by the barber. He's like, "You can't cut it here, you piece of shit." Right? He's like just saying all this crap to poor Whitehurst while he's getting his hair cut. I'm sure that's.
But again, I feel like that's a very military thing to do. I
Yeah,
think
but-
that everybody there knows that this just is not Whitehurst's future.
Sure, but I mean the scene where he's just masturbating with his hair, though, that was
Yeah, that was
a little awkward.
uncalled
But-
for.
And
Can you
making
imagine-
him watch it too, it's a little even weirder.
Now, write to us if this ever happened to you. But do you ever go to your barber or get a haircut and they just verbally assault you? The
whole time. The whole time.
Like, you fucking piece of shit.
can't pull that style up. What do
You want that kind of haircut? You ain't got the hair for that.
You ain't got the head for it.
You're not gonna make it out in this life, man. I'm just telling you right now.
Can I go?
Can I just get my hair
I'm
cut?
gonna go to Supercuts.
But yeah, so Whitehurst leaves, and that's when we see the barber. He's cleaning up, sweeping up some hair for his
You know where that hair's going? It's going on Botsnick's Wall of Fame.
for his hair wall, I guess. And then and then that's when he finds Chucky in one of the cabinets, and he's like, "Oh shit, look at you. That's not regulation. That's not regulation, sir.
I'm not gonna
Little
lie.
regulation to get the masturbation going."
That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Jesus Christ. EJ for the win.
Oh, sorry.
There's another Chucky toy that I kind of want is where he like flips up his hair and his hair kind of resembles like Steve Harrington's hair.
See, in Botnick's presence, it would be more like Chucky's hair's up like it's something about Mary.
What's going on there? Oh no, you got to be crazy kidding me.
Gotta be crazy kidding me.
But so he goes to cut Chucky's hair, and that's when Chucky grabs the switchblade and slices his throat, and
Presto.
You're
You're
dead.
dead.
Yeah, because when the barber, whenever he finished doing someone's hair, he goes, "Presto, you're done."
You're
No,
bald.
you're
You're
bald.
bald. Yeah, presto.
That's a
you're
better line. Presto, you're done.
Presto, you're,
You're
bald.
bald. And
Presto, we've
Presto.
completed your haircut.
Presto, you're dead. It's so
well
you.
done. But yeah, he goes presto. So Chucky, when he slices his throat, and the barber's like, "Holy shit," bleeding out, he goes, "Presto, you're dead." And
So you.
as he's laughing, and he says, "It's so you."
Doesn't he say it's definitely you?
It's definitely you. Yeah.
It's definitely
Yeah.
you.
It's definitely
And
you.
then as he's laughing at this guy just bleeding out on the floor, that's when Whitehurst runs back because he forgot something. And he spots Chucky laughing and the barber just bleeding out. And
Chucky looks at him and goes, boom.
and Whitehurst just fucking shoots out of there. He's like, "Ah!"
See, Tyler, that's how you're supposed to react.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so now we see where the school, they're all lined up outside and they're doing their war games, which is crazy because you think like, oh, the colonel just died last night. But let's just keep going. It's like,
I think they were like going to do it to honor him or something.
Yeah,
right?
they're like, we're
They
going to do
definitely
this
had like
to
that
honor.
whole thing because
Yeah.
they said that he would have ordered us to have went on with it.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
so,
like one of those lessons. You know what I mean? Like you're watching it through the lens of a 90s kid and you're
Yeah.
like, well, they should have canceled it. But like,
Yeah.
like Shelton's like, no. Like
we got to.
one of the men go down, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
Right.
Life doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
So the
Shelton
school,
was a hero.
I mean, yeah, I
He's
think
a
so.
fucking hero. So the school is doing their war games, and the students are split into two teams. So there's a red team and a blue team.
And the principal cast is mostly on the blue.
Yeah.
On the blue.
So
like, with
Andy-
the exception of Tyler,
Right.
for plot purposes,
Yeah, for
is
plot-
in the red.
For purposes of the plot, we got to keep him at a distance from everybody.
Yeah.
Because if it was the way that they've kind of have set up in the tables anyway, it would literally look like all of the older kids were beating up on all the younger kids.
Yeah.
Which would have been funny.
Yeah.
Which would have been funny.
I'm into that.
I'm
And
real into bullying.
yeah.
Well, the other thing that really like caught my guard too is so these guys have participated in this. You would imagine before, right? Because they've always said like, "Oh, Shelton wins this every year."
Yeah.
Why did the guy feel the need to still fire the paint guns at the wall?
Is that
When he's like explaining everybody that it's like,
I guess maybe.
Well, like I think everybody would have figured that out. Like it's
Yeah.
a paint, like they don't think you're gonna be shooting live rounds,
Right.
I think that's
Yeah.
visually, that's just kind of like showing this is a paintball.
This is a blue paintball.
This
That's-
is the results of what we are supposed to shoot.
So then you see what Chucky does, which is awfully funny.
Yes.
Which is even,
Yeah.
it's the best part of the movie.
So we see where, everyone's in line, and Andy and De Silva notice that Whitehurst looks pale as a ghost, and he's very distraught. And that's when they're like, what's happening? And Andy even leans in and he's like, Did you see Chucky? Did you see him? And then Whitehurst's like, I didn't see anything.
Did he mention me?
Yeah, did you mention
bring
me?
up? I really kind of miss being his guy.
I feel like we're not close anymore.
I feel like my whole life he was chasing me and I felt special, and now I don't know. He's real into Tyler, and he's going through like a breakup.
Yeah, and we see them. And Tyler is on the red team, as Chris said before, but meanwhile, Chucky is in the armory.
Did you call him Chucky?
Chucky, yeah,
That's a great name.
Chucky.
Chucky.
So Chucky is in the armory, and he's loading all the rifles of the red team with live ammo.
This ought to slow the pricks down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This ought to slow the pricks
Pricks
down.
down.
Yeah, I think that's such an interesting little like beat for this movie.
yeah,
Because you're just like, oh, like that's awesome. Like for all the shit this movie gets, I'm like, that's a really, really good suspense device.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just know that like one of those people are gonna fire those guns, and like it's gonna kill somebody. So
Yeah.
from this point until they actually open fire, it's just like hanging there. And
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fuck everybody who doesn't like this movie.
You know it's coming at some point.
Yeah.
You just don't know how.
You don't know when that axe is gonna drop, but it's coming.
Exactly. It's introducing something that we know is
The
gonna.
audience knows.
Yeah, the audience
That's
knows.
suspense.
That is, yeah, exactly. So we see Andy, and he's still trying to ask Whitehurst if he saw anything. And Whitehurst is like, no. And they march off into the woods, and we see one team
I like that scene.
go one way and the other team go the
Here
other
we
way.
go again.
Here we go again.
Same old shit again.
Same old shit again.
Marching down the avenue.
Marching down the avenue.
2 more miles we'll be through.
2 more miles we'll be through.
Also,
I'll
does
be
this-
getting rid of you.
I'll be getting rid of you.
Does this sound like fun to anybody? That's like this actually like concept. I think it would be like really fun.
I think so too.
Like just you have a day just to camp out, and you know like you have like a perimeter of where the other person could be. I think that just sounds like a really fun idea.
we should all
Yeah.
go do laser tag again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to
Well,
that.
the funny
That's
thing,
coming up.
yeah, we'll get to that in a sec too. But yeah, so that night, De Silva and Barkley are chatting, and De Silva's like, "Hey, you want to see something pretty cool?" And
Hey,
this-
before that, she's telling a ghost story.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They're all sitting around a campfire telling ghost stories. So De Silva's like, and then she heard a thump. And I want Andy to interrupt her and be like, well, let me tell you the story of my childhood. Because that's
Looks like
much scarier.
Really weird. It looks like sitting next to Barkley is Shelton, or if not, it's somebody that looks exactly like Shelton.
What if
Yeah.
Shelton just pulled up like a popcorn and he just kind of like gave some to Andy?
He's like,
Because
"Hey,
like
hey,
during
man."
ghost story time, they're just guys.
yeah. Shelton's like, "Relax, man."
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
when,
it's all
when-
good.
When we're in formation, I got to be your boss. But right now, we're bros.
We're
Yeah.
brothers.
So, De Silva notices Barkley kind of like Andy kind of ventures off a little bit, and she's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry about that story. Did it spook you out?"
Again,
What do you think I'm a puss?
let me
No,
tell
I'm
you
just kidding.
about the weird shit I saw. I was in a factory once when I was a child, very reminiscent of that popular movie Terminator 2. But I saw a guy, a security guard, get eyeballs stuffed into his eyeballs.
Yeah,
That was kind of cool.
I saw
Thinking
shit.
back, it was fucked up.
I
also
saw a guy named Eddie Caputo just blow up in front of me.
I saw Chucky kill the mom, Mrs. Palmer from Twin Peaks,
Oh yeah,
and then she put her face on a copy machine. It was pretty cool.
yeah. It was pretty messed up, man.
Hey man, you had a childhood. Your fucking urban legends are lame.
You think that shit scares me? It doesn't scare me.
Let me show you.
I'm Andy fucking Barkley. I'm a big deal in Chicago.
It's weird none of you know who I am.
But yeah, De Silva and Barkley kind of split off a little bit, and she's like, "Hey, you want to see something?" And she points out a carnival that's happening in the distance. And that's when De Silva kisses Andy. And first I was like, how does De Silva know about the carnival? Maybe because of her time being there for so long?
She was a circus clown at one point.
Oh.
The other thing, too, is that carnival looked really, really, really fun.
It did.
It looked really fun and isolated, like in the middle of just these
Yeah, it's
woods.
just like, we're going to set this thing up near a military camp.
It's like the tent in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's just in
Right.
the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You would think it's like a ghost carnival.
Pooh
You're like,
Bear.
what's going on down there?
The other thing is like really,
I have a great location for this carnival. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Droves of people are going to clearly
gonna
come
come
check
in.
it out.
I feel
They're
kind
gonna
of
love
bad.
it.
I feel like for like the younger generation because they don't really have stuff like that anymore. Like these
Yeah.
carnivals. Like we used to have like carnival at like the Viewmont Mall. There was a carnival at like the baseball fields.
Jessup and
There's like
all this.
nothing like
They
that
don't
now.
get to
Yeah.
know the majesty of a carny.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
me some carnies.
And all the rides were like rickety, which is kind of.
Yeah. What was
the
like,
one, the
I
pit-
might live through this. I
Remember
don't
the
know.
zipper?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
I have
just
a-
like a cage. They
I have such a fun story with the salt and pepper shaker. Do you remember the salt and pepper shaker?
Oh, yeah.
So I have a fun story about this. So we're at the baseball field by my house. They always did a carnival. It was usually like the last week of May or early June. And the rides, obviously, at a carnival, they're pretty old. So we get in there. And the first thing that happens to us is he locks it in and a screw falls in. Like this big screw. And my brother's like, hey, whoa, over here. So the guy comes over and he's like, is that supposed to happen? He's like, oh, yeah, that's natural. And the second he did that, it's like, boom, and we're going up. My brother, I mean, he's probably like 12 years old at this time. He's holding onto that gate, like the door to get you out. He's sitting there. He's like, I'm going to need your help. And he's like, you got to hold me. So I'm like holding him. I'm holding him as he's holding the door because the door literally is about to come open. What the?
Oh my god!
I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. What? So he stopped putting a little bit of weight on it, and you could see like the door started opening. I'm like, I looked at him. I'm like, John, I think that screw is important.
It ain't important. Just sit down. The ride will be over soon.
Enjoy
You
the
know what?
ride.
I had somebody fall out once. They were okay.
These younger kids don't understand the character
eat
that
some
that
funnel
stuff
cake.
gave you.
You want some funnel cake? I'll share my funnel cake with you.
Do you remember those?
It's mostly eaten.
It's mostly dandruff, not powdered
I
sugar.
can't tell the difference no more.
You remember the spinning freaking strawberries, or sometimes they were bears, and had that little like table in the middle that you had to like
yeah, and you
spin
would
it.
spin the table part. Yeah.
They don't understand what it's like to get so dizzy by your own your own hands.
You know, we're probably not selling it well. They're
Yeah.
probably listening to us like, why would I want to do that?
because it was fun and it gave
They're
character.
like, I have internet porn.
Right.
You guys are risking your life going into the Gravitron.
Yeah.
You want to go into a
worth it.
ride that makes you sick?
You just feel the pressure of you and spinning around and like you're held against the wall.
Yeah, by like the force.
against your
You
will.
can't move.
And
yeah,
then
the
you-
force is just holding you there, and like that's fun.
And you're afterwards, you're just gonna want to go home because you feel sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
is that
But then
fun?
you're
Or
gonna want to come the
music go
next
around
day
and
and
you
do the
just go in
same
like
thing.
a circle while like a pop song like Avril Lavigne plays.
Yeah,
But
it's
you know what?
blasting
You're gonna-
Kelly Clarkson.
But you're gonna come back the next day.
I don't like your boyfriend. I don't like your boyfriend.
But you're gonna come back the next day because it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you survive, you're coming back.
Yeah, because
Get some tickets.
the food is where it's at, I guess.
It is. But
Yeah.
It's mostly dandruff stuff.
Well,
What
my-
else happened
my-
in this
mostly
movie?
dandruff.
My favorite part
So-
of that scene, though, is the fact that Chucky finds De Silva to be incredibly hot. Because he's like, I really gotta get out of this body.
Yeah,
But
he sees them kissing and he's like, I really need to get my body.
Yeah,
really
I mean,
gotta get out of this body.
Chucky misses casual sex. Hey, I often think about this. I know it's impossible to figure it out, but I want to know who the first person was that proposed kissing. Because it's a weird thing when you really look at it in like a movie and it's just people like smushing their face at each other. I want to know who the first person who pitched it. Like, I got this weird way I want to show affection to you.
show you something.
She's like, wait, what do you want to do? He's like, okay, so I'm going to like push my face into your face.
I'm going to smear my face on you.
And then like, don't get weirded out. I'm going to stick my tongue in your mouth. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't know.
I saw someone who was French do this before.
No, this is the first person.
Oh, this is the first person.
Yeah, this is just like weird things
so
he's
then
pitching.
they're French then, because that's a French kiss, right?
Oh, it's true. He would be a French fella.
Or
lass.
Let me just press my face against you.
I'm pressing my face.
Now it's time for the but no, you know who's a really
Dumbest
good
conversation.
on-screen kisser? Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The way he just like rubs his face against Donna Reed's face, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Mary. Oh, Mary.
Mary. So we see where Shelton finds out that Barkley. Oh wait, well, I'm so sorry. Andy goes and tells Whitehurst, he's like, "Hey, I stole the map from Shelton's tent," which we don't see. He just is like, which is cool though, because I think it adds like, it wasn't needed. He just like, "Hey, I stole the map," and he tells Whitehurst, and he's like, "I'm gonna go sneak off and try to save Tyler because I know where the red team is now."
I have a major issue with this scene.
Do you really?
This is one thing that I have to say about this scene.
Okay.
Okay, so Shelton starts off by telling Ellis to make sure that the perimeter is secured.
Yes.
So obviously Shelton, being a military person, is trying to prepare for the possibility that they might get sneak attacked.
Right.
So by doing this, what you would do, at least in the Civil War times, and I'm sure today, is you would establish pickets. So you'd put pickets around, which means that if anybody got close, they would fire their gun, and you would be alerted to your main force that there would be an enemy coming.
Right.
Barkley, who is untrained, has figured out a way to slip through every single one of these guardrails, which you would figure he's probably going to be like stupid. He's probably going to be slow. And these guys are supposed to be pacing back and forth to try to find him. And somehow, some way, either Shelton is really dumb, which I don't think, because he hasn't shown us to be dumb yet, or Barkley just gets incredibly lucky.
I'm going to say the screenwriter didn't consider that.
You don't think so? I think he might have.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think he was like, how can I show him sneaking around and not get caught because he's like brand new at this? I'll just fucking tell him. Like, I'll just have the character just tell Whitehurst.
Silva and Andy are going to kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, Barkley gets there in like 3 minutes, too.
Yeah. So he gets the map from Shelton's tent and he tells Whitehurst he's going to sneak off and save Tyler. Meanwhile, Shelton finds out Barkley stole the map and he thinks, the first thing he thinks, he's like, "Oh, that son of a bitch, he's a traitor for the Reds."
Again with this guy.
That little fucking traitor's doubling for the Reds.
Yeah.
I love that he's just like, every single thing that goes wrong, it's just Andy. And he's like,
Yeah.
this guy again.
This
But he's always right. It's
You gotta
always,
be crazy kidding me.
it's always fucking Barkley.
So Andy finds that the Red camp is not too far, so he finds Tyler, but when he gets to the tent, he finds out Tyler's gone with Chucky, and that's when Tyler sees Chucky isn't really a good guy after all, because they're walking through the woods and he's like cursing at Tyler.
Yeah, because he's like, you know what? Let's play a game, hide the soul. And
I don't
Tyler's
wanna
like,
play that game.
I don't want to play a game. A game's stupid. You're real fucking drag. You know that?
A real fucking drag. And so then we see where Tyler stabs Chucky in the arm and he escapes, right? Meanwhile,
He's
Shelton...
like, you're not a good guy. He's like, I'm bad.
Bad. You got me.
Yeah.
I like that Chucky is just at peace being evil.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
no
he's
layers to Chucky.
No.
He's just like a bad guy, and he loves being evil, and he's great at it.
And that's
Yeah.
what's missing, I feel like, from a lot of movies today.
Yeah.
They always try to, like, give him a
Humanize the villain.
vindication or a
Yeah.
redemption arc. Just let him be bad.
That's like Chucky and like the Emperor and Return of the Jedi. They're just
Yeah.
like, I like being evil.
Right.
Why can't that be a good enough reason?
My biggest flaw, like with Hocus Pocus 2 that we talked about, is like they killed kids in the first movie, and then they're trying to make them like likable in the second movie. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's
They're trying to like humanize and make us feel sorry for the Sanderson sisters, and I'm like, they killed a bunch of kids.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's just sort of what they do now is that it's just like we're gonna take villains and
sympathize.
they're evil because it's somebody else's fault,
Right.
and you're like, no, let them like the Sanderson sisters rock because they have their own like agency.
Right. In the first one, they were like Chucky, right?
Yeah,
Where
they're
they're like,
just happy
hey,
to
we
be
just
evil.
love killing kids and stealing their soul, right? And
That's why that movie I think is timeless.
yeah. And then where the second one, you're like, I don't want to sympathize with these characters. Like, these people killed kids. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
a weird ask.
Yeah, it's a weird ask. So, anyways, Shelton finds Andy, and then that's when Tyler also finds the group and tells them about Charles,
We
aka
got a
Chucky.
little POW.
Yeah, and Chucky radios in and he tells them he has De Silva because we see at one point
Put
he-
Barkley on Jarhead.
yeah, put Barkley on Jarhead, and he's like, meet me at the old Jeep, right?
What?
Yeah,
Where's that?
Where's the old Jeep?
We're all aware of this old Jeep.
yeah. I
Apparently,
guess-
both teams are somewhere.
Is
Maybe
that like did some
maybe
historical
it's on
thing
the
happen?
map or something. I don't.
Was it
I have no
Bonnie and
idea.
Clyde's Jeep?
Yeah, the old Jeep.
Oh, that one.
But then, as soon as he gets off the radio with the blue team, Shelton and Barkley and stuff, he radios the red team to let them know that the blue team was spotted at the old Jeep. And what's funny is when we used to play laser tag, for a while there, we were almost going every single weekend.
Yeah.
Almost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we loved it. We were really, really into it. We kicked ass. We were really good.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times we're like, red team, come
come
in,
in,
red team.
There was a lot of like Child's Play 3 lines and like Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
There's a
absolutely.
lot of that shit.
Red
Yeah.
team, come
Come
in,
in,
red
red team.
team. Got a situation at the Jeep. Blue team spotted.
I like
Team spotted.
We were playing like laser
Appear at
tag.
the old Jeep.
I like how just like times we were playing laser tag and I just run by you and be like, "You want to live forever?"
Advise you to move your troops in.
It was so fun. I missed that place. I had such a great time.
Me too.
Yeah, same here.
But anyways, yeah, so they are about to meet at the old Jeep, and Andy with everyone gets there, and Andy exchanges Tyler for De Silva, and that's when the red team shows up.
They've been
And
setting it up.
we see that Shelton's like, holy shit, there's a doll that's like talking.
I love that look on his face.
His reaction
It's
is-
like, "That's kind of cool."
Yeah, he's like, huh, holy shit.
Neat.
Right?
He
yeah.
was right.
Yeah, and
I wish he looked at Andy and was just like, "All right,
all right.
my bad."
And as he is, like seeing the doll, that's his like last moment too, which is always crazy to think like some people's last moment is seeing a killer doll like run at
Well,
you.
that's what's fun about the Child's Play movies is that most of the characters die looking horribly confused.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't he say "Hi, soldier" and then flips him off?
Yeah.
Is he like "Hi, soldier"? and flips him right off.
And he's like, huh. And that's when the red team shows up and they fire some live rounds at the blue team and they kill Shelton. Like the first bullet literally goes right through his chest.
And the blue team shoots like stormtroopers. Yeah. They're not very.
Yeah, they don't even have live rounds. They only have like the paintballs.
Yeah, but they're like,
Yeah.
their aim is horrible.
My
Yeah.
favorite is Ellis when he realizes when the bullet ricochets. He's like, "They're firing live rounds."
And they shot us 6 times.
6 times.
But yeah, so one of the soldiers is like, Barkley, you fucking did this, right? And he starts like wrestling.
I
with
see how
Barkley.
you got there.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but I understand why you think I did it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
And as this confusion is going on, Tyler slips away from Chucky, like crawls under the Jeep and runs away. And that's when Chucky decides, I'm going to just throw this grenade at these people fighting.
Sayonara
'Cause they're
suckers.
Yeah, they're all distracted. And no one sees the grenade except for Whitehurst, who ends up jumping on the grenade and saves everyone's life.
I forgot how funny that is
Let's see.
because it's so dramatic. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're watching this movie about like a killer doll, and then there's just like war movie moment where a guy just takes a grenade for a bunch of people and he just blows up, and I'm like, why is that in this movie? It's kind of rad though. It's like a redemption thing because he's kind of cowardly,
Right.
Yeah.
And he like gets it together when it counts. But that one girl though that's buddies with De Silva,
Yeah, she really
she
is
takes
upset
I
by
feel like
Whitehurst.
she's that girl or like person in high school that's trying to make a certain thing all about her.
Yeah.
Because there's never been any type of even
Interaction
interaction
between the
Yeah,
between
she's like
the
a
two.
drama queen.
two? Yeah.
She's just kind of like, oh my god, like this person's dead, and I had a great relationship.
She's like,
with
oh,
him.
this is
what was
my-
his name? Bratwurst.
Bratwurst.
She probably was like, this is my way out of this fucking military school. I'm just going to like say that I'm
Milk
like
it.
very distraught by this.
Yeah. I'm going to milk this for everything
I'm
I got.
not really distraught that I just saw Shelton get his fucking like bowels like blown out of his body.
Actually, you know what it was it? She asked Whitehurst to hold her cell phone.
Oh, right,
She's
right.
like,
And
oh
she's
my
like,
god! Oh, in his front pocket.
I think
If this was today, she would have taken the selfie next to Whitehurst's body.
yeah, unfortunately. No, I could see I think their motivation was like, okay, we don't really have time for De Silva and Andy to be upset about this, so we'll just give this to this girl.
One of the
So we could
supporting
keep
people.
pushing forward.
We had her in a scene earlier.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It's just like you can't slow the pacing down now. We're in the third act. And
Right. And
I
I think
gotcha.
it was like to keep that pacing going and not like slow it down with like, oh, goodbye.
you're
you know?
correct. So give it to
that's probably why
one character you're familiar with.
Right. So then we see where Andy and De Silva chase after Chucky, and we see where Tyler gets to the carnival first, and he goes to the security tent. And the guard sucks at his job because he immediately is like, "Oh man, you seem really down. Here, check this out. This will cheer you up." And it's the Chucky doll. Oh, it's Chucky.
He's like,
Yeah.
I know what it's like to have a friend hurt my feelings. In fact, I'm going through a divorce. Would you like to hear about it?
Yeah.
I know Charles didn't mean it. Charles is probably really sorry right now.
Yeah. And
Well,
he's like,
you think about that. Here's this demonic killer doll. I do like that guard at one point, there's these kids outside and they're like listening to the radio.
Yeah.
And he just starts screaming at them. And I'm like, what is this, Officer Footloose?
turn that down. You know that music killed my whole family. So Andy and De Silva spot the dead security guard in his tent, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's definitely here." And De Silva's like, "Here, let's take his gun," right? And so meanwhile, Chucky and Tyler entered the haunted funhouse, and Andy spots them kind of going in through the security, like the employee door. Inside, Tyler kind of slips away from Chucky because like the ride itself is kind of like a funhouse, but kind of like a roller coaster
type.
funhouse.
It's kind of like those old mine rides. Like if you've ever been
Right.
in amusement parks,
Yeah.
you know, like the mine type of rides. It's kind of like that, but more like funhouse.
Yeah,
And it's interesting too, because I guess that day when they put the schedule up, the manager had all the technicians and the security go on break at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there's no one in there looking after that place.
No.
There's a fan that has no gate in front of it. It's this giant fucking
Industrial
fan that
fan.
somebody could
Yeah.
fall into, which serves a point later. But
Right.
it's there's
It could
no one
do some
around.
big time damage to someone.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
death.
There's a lawsuit waiting to happen in there, and there's no one there to look over the place. There's like Andy De Silva, Chucky, Tyler. They all just waltz in there, no problem.
Even the one
Yeah.
crew, like most of the rides look like they're empty, but the first one you see is completely filled, and they don't even like ask a question. Oh wow, that's random. It's some kids just here in a military outfit.
I just wish that there was a moment where
Captain Spaulding shows up and he's like, "This is a good idea for a ride."
I got it.
We just gotta add some fried chicken.
I kind of wish that there was at least a scene where Chucky was making Tyler take him on all the rides.
Oh yeah, he's like, I've never been on a Ferris wheel before.
I've never been on a Gravitron.
You could have played "You're My Best Friend."
You're my best friend.
yeah.
You're my best friend.
I wish that was the movie.
But yeah, so
He's like, I may not have got my soul into your body, but we did touch souls.
yeah,
You
that
know?
would've been
That's how the
beautiful.
movie ends.
So Tyler slips away from Chucky because of some of the distractions in this ride. But Chucky ends up shooting De Silva in the leg. And
This is my favorite part of the whole thing.
she gives Andy the gun.
De Silva couldn't miss throughout this entire time. They've like established her as being this great shot. Even like that scene that you were talking about before where they're doing like the target practice.
Yeah.
Could not possibly miss. Now here's her chance. She has a shot lined up. He's not that far from her, and she totally fucks it up. But don't worry. But don't worry, because Chucky did not miss.
That's one of my favorite things ever is Robert De Niro in Copland when Sylvester Stallone. Wait, have you guys seen Copland? With Sylvester Stallone, Robert De
I
Niro?
don't think I ever saw that.
You guys need to watch that movie. It's so good.
You sold me with two of the guys already.
Ray Liotta's in it.
No, three of them then.
The cast is incredible. Harvey Keitel.
4. Just keep going. You've already sold me.
Robert Patrick. Yeah.
What's your line?
So, anyways, the thing is, Sylvester Stallone goes to the DA, and he's trying to tell Robert De Niro. He's like, "Hey, I'll rat these guys out now. I'll do it." And he's like, "Oh, it's too late, right?" He's like, "We moved on." And he's like, "No. You told me that you want info, and I'm ready to give you the info." He's like, "You blew it! You blew it!" Just the way he says it, it's so good. Just watch that scene alone. It's
Sold.
amazing. Anyways, so Chucky spots Tyler, but the ride, the attraction, kind of takes Chucky's face off. There's this giant.
He becomes Big Bad Harv.
Yeah, he looks like Two-Faced. He's like, "Rachel." No, but there's this giant Grim Reaper that has an actual bladed.
Another lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah,
This ride got shut down after its first 2 days.
No, definitely.
and it cuts off Chucky like half of his face. It looks awesome though. It's so cool. You see the face like flying through the air, and Chucky's makeup, well, like the effects for the puppet, looks amazing.
Yeah, dude, this is like when you were talking about how like the effects for the doll look incredible. This is the point where you look at that and you're like,
Holy
that's
shit.
something. Like that's
Yeah.
really, really neat.
It's such a cool visual.
I agree.
Yeah.
Again, why wasn't that a toy? Like the half taken off Chucky.
I've
face?
seen it. I've seen
really?
I've
Okay.
seen them actually sell a version of the doll like that.
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
really
awesome.
cool. So Tyler climbs this roller coaster mountain of skulls. Again, this is like the greatest carnival ride I've ever
it's pretty
seen.
rad.
In the middle of the woods.
It's
Yeah,
like
in the
pretty
middle.
it's pretty metal.
And he kind of gets to the top, but he gets knocked out by a gondola.
That's so true.
And that's when Chucky begins. He gets to the top too, and he begins
'Cause he
his
takes, like,
Dimbala.
Yeah, what is the flying? It's like a flying duck or
Yeah,
something.
and he's like holding onto it and his legs are just
His
kicking.
legs are like
I love that
dangling.
shot.
I know that, but there's this part
Such
of
a
me
huge
that's
fan of that shot.
there's a part of me that because I love it also, but there's a part of me that's just like, why did he need to do that? What function?
Oh,
in
so that way
Chucky's life?
he was like, I don't have to climb.
He's holding
I'll
it,
just
he's just
take
kicking
this.
his legs?
Yeah, I think he's just like, I'm having a good time.
I guess.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I guess if you're gonna do this stuff, it's all work. Have a little fun while you're at the carnival.
He's just kicking it, man.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So he gets to the top and he begins his ritual of the
A day.
Da de Dumbala.
Give me the power, I beg of you. Remember that was our team name in trivia?
Yeah. And
Oh, yeah, we made him say the whole thing.
Yeah.
poor Trivia Brad had to read it every single round.
And because he's such a professional, he did read it every time.
yeah, every single time.
A
Give me
day,
the
do a Dumbala, give me the power, I beg of you. ... Team.
team. Yeah. And so Andy climbs up and he gets his sights on Chucky and he aims the gun and he shoots Chucky's arm off, which looks awesome. It's like in
Awesome.
slow motion.
In all 3 movies, he loses his fucking hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's always poor Chucky.
I know.
He's just never keeping his hands. And then we see where Andy shoots him in the chest, and that's when Andy kind of wrestles with Chucky for a little bit to save Tyler from falling.
And he's like, Chucky just keeps saying, "Give me the fucking kid. Give me the
Give
me the fucking kid."
And eventually, Tyler slips the knife that Andy gave him, and that's what he uses to stab Chucky.
Nice setup and payoff.
Nice setup and payoff. And Chucky falls into the industrial fan, this huge,
And it's
large industrial
awesome.
fan. And it looks awesome
It's
because his
so fucking
body
cool.
just goes like...
Very painful.
Yeah. And which is part of the ride for some reason. Well, I guess it's like, oh, let's have this giant fan just for a couple streamers.
I know, you're like,
attached.
I mean, you could get the same effect with a smaller fan.
But then, like,
a
when you turn
giant
it off,
utility
wouldn't it, like,
fan.
cut those, like, as it's, like, losing the momentum of the blade, and then they fall in? I don't know.
I'm telling you, this
just
carnival
seems like
is
a
shut
nightmare.
down after day 2.
It seems like a nightmare.
I mean, let's be honest. If somebody was trying to like kidnap one of the kids, the guard ain't doing anything.
Yeah, he's not doing shit.
Ain't doing shit.
He's like, have you tried our potato pancakes?
They're really good.
Our soft serve ice cream's pretty good this time of day.
The machine's broke, so you should probably get it right now before it all melts.
So, an amazing. This is the thing about the Child's Play films, especially the first 3, and especially 2 and 3. Probably the best climaxes in a horror film.
I'm going to push it. I'm going to say all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I think the ending to the first one
I
is like
love the
pulse
ending of
pounding
the first
shit.
one. Yeah,
2 is like really,
Incredible.
really like amazing filmmaking.
yeah.
Which, you know, again, like if people weren't so snobby, they would acknowledge the fact that Child's Play 2 is a terrific sequel.
100%.
And this one,
It's a perfect sequel.
yeah, it's really, I think like, I go back and forth with the first and second one being my favorite. But in this one too, it's the same thing. The finale, you're just like, what a cool idea. It's like in a haunted house, all the lighting.
Yeah.
Like that Halloween time lighting. And like just the notion of like having to half of Chucky's face be cut off and then give him like a cool new look. It's a really, really fun finale.
It's awesome.
I think these films are definitely different than a lot of other ones. So I've always had a theory that Child's Play movies are different from the other type of slashers, right? So when you were to say like the best or your favorite, and you were to throw out Halloween, I think the consensus from people that watch it is the best one is the first one, and their favorite is typically the first one. For Nightmare on Elm Street, I think most people would say the first one's the best, but the fan favorite, I think, is universally agreed. I think Robert Englund actually has said this too, is the third one. You go through Scream, right? The best one is the first one. Most people's favorite one is the first one. Chucky, it's different. So for this episode, I wanted to actually see if I could prove it. If I could try to prove my theory.
Okay.
So I went on a couple different groups, and I polled, and I stopped it at 100.
Okay.
100 people polled, which is crazy because usually I get like 5 people that vote and stuff.
Right.
But I got 100 people that voted. And just because I'm thinking percentage-wise, I wanted to see if my theory held weight here on what everybody's favorite is. Because I've said I think it could be any of them.
Any of the 3.
Any
First
of them.
3?
No, any of them, period.
Oh, okay.
So of the 100 people that were polled, 25.74% of the people selected Child's Play 1.
Okay. Only 25?
25.74%. Child's Play 2, 25.74% of the people polled
Holy shit.
selected that. Child's Play 3, 8.91%.
Oh, okay.
Now, this does not include me, doesn't include you, it doesn't
Right.
include Brother or any of the other people. I wanted to see if I could find a descriptive poll on this.
Right.
Bride of Chucky, 26.73%
Oh.
of the people
Holy
polled
shit. I did not expect that.
selected Bride
Did you?
of Chucky.
For sure. I don't agree with it, but I've
Because
heard
of
that.
Tiffany, maybe?
I-
And like the look of Chucky. in that?
People love that movie.
Yeah. I get it.
It has like a
I'm just
really
really
big
surprised.
cult following
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
And I was actually shocked with this. Seed of Chucky, 6.93%. That has actually had like a resurgence because when that movie came out, you remember
It
that
was,
was
like,
so
universally like
hated.
fuck that movie. Yeah.
But I wanted to do this for this podcast, and Curse and Cult both had 2.97%.
Okay,
Remake,
yeah.
of course, had 0%.
Which is
Right.
not totally fair.
No, but
I think that remake would have been great if not called Child's Play. But even as a remake, I do commend them for at least not just trying to make another foul-mouthed serial killer voodoo
Yeah.
I like that they did something different. I don't think I'll ever watch it again, but I didn't hate it.
I can see how it. So I think it'd be fair only because I don't think that would be anybody's favorite Child's Play.
No.
But I was actually shocked because it did prove my point, where this isn't like any other franchises. It could be any of them that could be mass agreed upon.
I would say you're going to get a lot of mixed answers with the first 4.
Yeah.
It
could go any way in that
I'm
first
going to
4.
say, like, it's going to be the first 4 that you're going to get the answers on. I don't know if anyone's ever going to say to you, my favorite is Seed of Chucky.
Oh, no, they did. They did.
Now, let me ask you a question. How many of these people are taking this poll seriously? That's the problem. Sometimes people are just like, how many people are contrarians? And like,
to be honest with you, a lot of the people that commented would say that we're saying in there, Seed of Chucky is very underrated.
It's underrated.
It's my
I also
favorite.
agree. I think it's an underrated movie, but this is all subjective. Like, I'm not trying to say anything.
100%.
But like, I wouldn't imagine.
Do you think it's when you grew up too?
No, I think if you're just judging these movies in terms of like the storytelling and like the just like the overall tone of them, 5 goes, and I commend them for this. They take a big old swing, and it's just weird and quirky, and it actually feels more at home as like a John Waters movie, and he's in it too.
Yeah.
I think that movie tried something, and it should be commended for that. But I mean, as far as it goes, like I think the first 4 are hands down, for me, the best ones.
But for like other franchises, I don't think that you have that type of parody.
No,
where like any of the top 4, you could get hit with multiple people, like a ton of people that would agree. Like I was always, when I was, I guess, starting to go into the Child's Play, and starting thinking about all this stuff, I was always under the impression I thought it was going to be hands down number 2, because 2 typically was the one that I almost always got feedback on. Oh, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 2. But then, of course, you do get the original.
Right.
But like I said, you and I know a lot of people that aren't included in that poll that would easily put Child's Play 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's kind of crazy because it is one of the series, right? Horror series that it is. I could see everyone does have a favorite,
different favorite.
like a different favorite.
What also kind of helps with this, Don Mancini has, number 1, been involved with all of them, which is really helpful. But then also, you got to give it to the guy for not just rinse repeat.
Yeah.
Like, he was always like trying to make them distinctive, and I think that's kind of helps a lot. Because like if you hit something where you're like, hey, see, a Chucky is my style, like it has a bunch of elements of things that I like to see in movies, of course it's going to be your favorite.
Right.
If you like the campy sort of like weird energy that movie has, it's going to be your favorite. But then like Bride of Chucky kind of has like a
campy, but like good. I don't know. It's a weird energy. It's awesome though. It's definitely like a love letter to the Universal, like
100%
films and stuff. I feel like for me, Child's Play probably has one of the strongest continuities too.
for sure.
Yes.
Until they don't, because then when you get to part 4 and they start completely like rewriting the canon.
Yeah, because then you start adding in Hackensack when it was really more
You need like an
Chicago-based.
amulet, and you no longer have. Which I always think this was like a disservice to the pacing of these movies. I like that Chucky needs to get from point A to point B at a certain amount of time. I like that whole element that is like the longer I'm in this body, the more human I become, and I want to become human again. Right. So by 4, they're just kind of like, well, we're not going to do that anymore. He could just go into anybody he wants whenever he wants. And that to me gives him more time to dick around, I guess, and to be funny.
Yeah.
But it certainly doesn't have that same kind of like breakneck pace that these other ones have. But I what I would say to go along with what you're saying, I enjoy them all to varying degrees.
Yeah.
There's not a Child's Play movie that I think
is really
It's
bad.
a
that missed the mark.
resurrection of the Halloween variety.
How
Hey,
dare you.
let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the movie ends where De Silva goes off in the ambulance and Andy's arrested by the police. And if you really think about it, right?
It all looks bad for him.
It looks really bad for these two specifically because I think she was like, I'm just trying to get kicked out of the school. So she might have had like a troubled past. Andy definitely has a troubled past. And so and everybody at the military school pretty much thought like Andy Barkley killed Shelton, right?
Yep,
so it's like it ends where he's getting arrested for possibly murdering one of his fellow students. And then
There's definitely a break-in in Cochran's office.
right.
So that's definitely
There's like all this stuff that it's like, oh, wait a second. This Barkley kid is probably fucked up.
Murder follows this kid.
Yeah.
they're probably figuring out, okay, when was he alone? He probably snuck into the armory and replaced all the freaking paint guns with the bullets.
Yeah.
Same old Chucky shit.
Same old Chucky shit. But that's where the movie ends, and it's really funny because it's not like a happily ever after. It is, but it's not because yes, they defeated Chucky, but they're going off, and we don't know what happens to Tyler
It's a real. They won, but at what cost?
at a cost.
And then you don't hear from Andy Barkley again until, what, the last movie?
Like the end credits to 6, and then
Yeah.
he's in 7.
Yeah.
He's in the show a bit.
Yeah.
But, Andy's had a very tragic life.
Yeah.
I always
So-
thought they should have brought back Justin Whalen for the show. Give him a different character. You don't have to call him
Yeah.
Andy Barkley, but
They did it with Devon Sawa, so
He
Yeah,
could be
like
no. He
90
should be
times.
He should be the brother that he didn't know that he had, Randy Barkley.
Randy Barkley.
oh yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah, I'm your younger brother, Randy.
It's like mom got pregnant again.
plays
While she was in the
My
mental
dad died, too.
institution. Yeah.
Randy Whitehurst.
Questionable.
But yeah, no. So that's where the movie ends. So, Chris, what are your final thoughts on this movie? I know we kind of touched on it already. You love this movie, but go ahead, give
Yeah,
it
I mean,
its flowers.
I can't really speak about it enough. I really think that, like I said, I know a lot of people that love the movie. I think this movie is one of those, I don't want to say comfort movies, but it's a movie that I can watch and
To get
just-
off.
Yeah, like I really love Botsnick's scenes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But I think that it's a movie
Then like
that
a little regulation to get the circulation going.
I just think it's a very quotable movie. Like I said, I do believe that there's a resurgence on it. I've seen a few articles. I think Bloody Disgusting had posted one. There was a recent one I saw, like, trying to revisit it. And I think a lot of people are like, well, people hated that? Like, it was, like, my favorite. You'll see a lot of those comments on there.
Yeah.
They're all written by us.
Yeah, they're all us. They're all of our burner accounts.
Yeah.
But, no, I think, like, a movie is, if it hasn't had a rewatch, I definitely recommend rewatching it because it does hold up. I think it's certainly, in my opinion, the most quotable of the Child's Play movies.
I think so too.
I mean, it's definitely my favorite. Is it the best? I don't know. Maybe not, but I don't know. I think the rewatchability of it kind of puts it there.
Yeah.
I think it's just an easy rewatch. It just kind of flies.
It flies.
The humor is kind of, it's not fully, it hasn't reached the point yet of fully funny where the whole movie is just funny. I think it's more in
It's
the
a
vein-
dark comedy.
Yeah.
It's that Evil Dead 2, right?
It's a good comparison.
Where
It's like number-
And then Army
a
of
lot of
Darkness is,
horror
like,
and a
super
lot
goofy.
of comedy,
Yeah.
and it's like that perfect mix.
Yeah.
Where then, like the next one, they go like they lean more into the
more
comedy.
leaning into the comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's still horror elements. Like I said, I believe that the garbage scene is probably one of the craziest kills I've seen on screen. Every time I see it, I go, ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely enticed me to come on the podcast to talk about it because I love this movie and everybody needs to go and watch it.
Yes, I agree with Chris. My thoughts exactly. Love this movie. I definitely recommend it. Rory, how about you?
I've always loved this movie. I love the first 3 Child's Play movies more than I love the later Child's Play movies. I love this era of horror movie sequels where it was like they were making them It just seemed like they were making them for the fan base and not like a broader audience. So that wasn't like, oh, we're at part 3 now, so now you really got to like start paring it back down so that we can bring in like a new audience. Like it was just a continuation of a story that you followed if you dug the story from the first one. So I've grown up listening to people shit on this movie a lot. They're always calling it the worst one, and I'm like, watch it again because that's the dumbest thing I've heard you say.
Yeah.
It's not, as far as like if I had to say like how my order would go, I think it goes, and I always say this, I go back and forth with 1 and 2. On a good day, it's probably 1, 2, 3, but 1, 2, and 3 are so like on the same level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like I'm like, oh, 1's all the way up here and 3's all the way down here. It's just sort of like 1's up here, and then 2, as Leo said, is like marginally better than the first, or the first one's marginally better than the second one.
Yeah.
And then 2 is marginally better than the third one. And I'm just talking about overall filmmaking and everything.
Right.
But yeah, I think if you haven't seen this movie and you've been put off seeing it because you've heard a lot of people online and their strong opinions, think for yourself, people. Give it a watch. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's the last time they really struck that great balance in this franchise of having it be a horror film that's funny and not just like a comedy that's also almost like a parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right, let's go into our new thing where we talk about our favorite kill. Chris, what was your favorite kill in this movie?
I mean, my favorite kill is definitely the garbage truck scene, but I would think that's the coolest one. But I think my favorite one, I'm going just really simplistic here. I think it's Shelton's kill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because
Interesting.
it's framed in like a really cool way. And I have to give Shelton one more prop
Cool
for
shot.
this. Yeah. I have to give Shelton another prop before the podcast goes off.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Rory, how about you?
It's definitely Chucky. I love that whole like him landing on the fan and his body parts just blowing everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. That Chucky's death in that is topsies for me.
I actually think I'm gonna go with the Colonel.
Okay.
Surprisingly, and one of the reasons why is because like when you're watching this and now it's the third movie and you've seen where Chucky is just stabbing people left and right or strangling them, whatever. To have that laughable moment where this guy just naturally dies in front of Chucky and his surprise is like, what? I always liked that. I thought that was really cool.
So that's
I don't know.
your pick?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite moment.
You got to be crazy kidding me.
All right, let's go into our emojis.
Let's hear those bomb ass emojis.
All right. So one thing we like to do is rate films with emojis. So Chris, let's start you off. What emojis would you give this movie?
Just any emoji?
Any emoji you want.
That's the look of a man who didn't do his homework.
Yeah, that's
Woo. Come back to me.
okay. All right. Rory, you go first.
No, you go ahead, buddy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a knife, and then one of those like toy guns, because of the whole ending scene, the army stuff, and then I'm gonna go with the Jeep, the old Jeep. How about you? Go ahead.
So I got like a person, do you ever see like that, like the head emoji?
Yeah.
I got
I'm
some
familiar.
scissors
Okay.
and then the squirty emoji.
Oh shit. Excellent. Love it. Chris, how about you?
I got the U.S. flag.
All right. Heck yeah.
I got the scissors.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oof. Let me guess here. The toy gun definitely works.
Uh-huh.
And the blood drop.
Ooh, okay. Perfect. Hell yes.
Hell do yeah.
All right, now let's get into our plugs.
It's time for a plug.
All right, Chris, you're here for the first time. We like to plug certain projects or anything coming up. Is there any thing you're working on or anything you would like to plug?
Yeah, I'm working on, I guess, 2 separate short films right now. But really what I've been doing is pissing everybody off on TikTok, which I'm very good at. Recently, it's Stranger Things, but it could have been anything. If you followed me over the last year, it could have been anything at all. But mostly it's Stranger Things at this point in time. I do have a letterbox that I've been, like I said, I'm involved in a Criterion challenge.
And what's your name on that?
That's JJ of the SWA. Don't ask me why. It's been in it since 2000 and it never changes. It's always been that. But yeah, like my YouTube, our YouTube, Fourth Cut Productions. We have a bunch of parodies on there. I know we're going to start doing some stuff again shortly. But yeah, I mean that's pretty well it. I don't really have anything else going on that I know of. Did I miss anything?
Not that I know. I think that's it, right?
I think that's about
what
it.
about social media? Instagram? Do you want anyone to follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just Fourth Cut Productions. You can just give me a follow on that. I think I have a Twitter that I was keeping up with yet. That's Fourth Cut Productions. And I think I have a Facebook too, but I'm never really on it.
Okay. All
At least
right.
not that one.
Rory, how about you?
I got, as usual, Raven View Productions.
15 fucking R's.
Hell yeah. So many R's, you won't know what to do with them all. That is a film production company that you can find on all of the socials and on the YouTubes.
Yes.
We have a short film up there right now you can check out called The Burden of Beauty. Give it a watch. This is also the production company that puts this podcast out each and every Wednesday. Every Wednesday.
Every fucking Wednesday.
Don't miss Wednesdays. Every single Wednesday, like clockwork. Sarah Vista Broker Real Estate. You can check that out if you're looking to buy or sell a house. I think they're going to actually have a podcast, which is kind of rad, about selling houses and shit.
And you're helping with that too,
I
right?
will probably just take credit for whatever they do.
Okay, good.
I don't have to plug Fourth Cut Reviews. We do it every week.
Yeah, we do it every week.
I don't have to do it because you did it. So I'll move past that one. We got Gravy Diggers Pot Pie.
Pot pie.
It's the
Gravy
pot pie
diggers.
where you say goodbye to your life.
Goodbye to that pot pie and your life.
We are officially away from Gravy Diggers at this point. Too many bad memories.
Matt Rinaldi, the law's coming for you.
Yeah. Schwartz Dreamboat. Check him out every single Friday. This over the weekend.
Yeah, every weekend.
Yeah, at the Electric City Improv. He performs with our guests that we've had on before, Alec and Ed, the three of them, a trinity of awesomeness. I'm telling you, I'm like addicted to going to ECI. I go a lot, and it's probably very distracting for them because I'm constantly laughing like a maniac. They're just brilliant, I think. And the whole fucking group that they have, like these guys have been on the show, so I'm giving them shout outs. But like, go and check them out. They're all wonderful.
And Ed is also going to be teaching a class along.
Yeah, Ed.
And Schwartz too.
Yeah, Schwartz, you can take a class with him. And Jesus, do yourself a favor and take a class with Chris, because that just means you get to spend time with him. You get to hang out and watch him. Because when he goes into like his characters, he's there, and they're really well thought out and funny. And you could be well thought out and funny as well. Real Chronicles, friend of the show, Dave Gonzalez. You can check out his podcast. I pop on there sometimes and I talk cinema with them. It's lots of fun. Those guys really know their shit. And I like to just kind of come down and it's like putting trash on a garden, you know?
Yeah.
You can also check out Dave's work on Rotten Tomatoes under the Cinematic Reel. Read his reviews. Don't just read the blurbs. Got to read the whole review because that's how guys like him get to grow in that business.
Hell
We
yeah.
all talk way too much about Criterion Collection. I just want to shout out my love for it.
Yeah.
we always
all
do.
three of us are big collectors.
I've heard this from more than a few people, dude. It's a drinking game on this show.
Oh, no.
When someone says Criterion, you take a shot.
Yeah.
And lots of people have died. Trivia Master Brad, the
Check
hardest
out
working
his
man.
Yeah, he's
the
doing
trivia
trivia every
circuit.
single day.
Constantly. And you'll go in there thinking you know shit, and he will humble you.
And him and my brother were in a band together called Kids on Bikes.
Check them out. Yeah, Brad's he's a man of many talents. And then finally, the most important thing, the kiddies of NEPA Pet Rescue. This is the group that you yourself should follow because it's cold out there, out in the world, and there's cats on the street who need to come into your house. They need you to open your door. You let them in. You let them under the blanket, like I let Ella Cat under my blanket each and every night. And I wake up and there's a little space heater next to me, and she's real soft and she smells good. And you yourself can adopt a cat, or you can just go on our website at www.freakquelspodcast.com. There's a quick link that you can click on that'll take you to their group. These people doing the Lord's work, they go in there and they save cats, they rehabilitate them, and they get them college degrees. An educated cat is a happy cat, and a happy cat should be in your fucking house.
Yeah.
EJ, take it away.
Yeah, really fast. Check out Adam Farley. Check out his music. It's on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to music. Also, if you go to themdgcrew.com, you can also find out upcoming shows. And their single, which is called Alone Again, will be dropping next month in February. So make sure to check that out. Also, check out New Metal Messiah, Jon Snow.
Metal Messiah, Jon Snow.
And the EasternTributeCollective.com, where you could find upcoming shows. This is a guy you have to see live. He's incredible. He's so super entertaining. Outstanding. So make sure to...
he rocks.
Presto, he rocks. Also, check out Respawn Tattoo, Gentle J.
Gentle J.
One of the most gentle guys you could get a tattoo from. So check out Respawn Tattoo here in Dunmore, PA. And then finally, check out Shantytown Design. They helped us with our website. Friend of the show, Mike Vench, the Vench.
Or our Da Vinci.
He helped us out and showed us how to do the website stuff. And so thank you to Mike Vench, but it couldn't have been done without Shantytown Design. So if you need a new logo or a website, make sure to check them out. And then finally, check out FREAKQUELSPodcast.com, where you can find merch, links to everything that Rory mentioned and I mentioned, our friends of the show. And then also you could find, we have glassware there, sweatshirts,
shirts,
t-shirts,
hoodies,
hats,
Speedos, syringes,
syringes.
Freakquels,
we have it all,
brands,
man.
cigarettes.
Which are
We really want kids
not healthy.
Yeah, we want kids hooked.
Yeah, but go to FREAKQUELSPodcast.com and you can see pictures and links to our Facebook and Instagram, so make sure to check that out. And with that being said, a special thanks to our guest. I can't believe he's still here, Chris Conforti.
Conforti.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on. Please come back anytime you want. I'm so serious. You better.
He's like, 10 years. 10 years.
10 years, baby.
He'll come back to feed.
I grace the stage once every 10 years, maybe the podcast once every 10.
Okay, that sounds good. No, but dude, thank you so much for being on. We love, and this is one of our favorite movies, so of course, this is the three people that should cover this movie, because
Menage a trois.
Menage a trois, presto, we're horny. No, but
A menage a churse.
Menage a churse.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, but thank you so much for being on, buddy. And thank you to everyone who listens to the show. We love you guys and appreciate you guys, and we couldn't do this without you. And with that being said, thank you for listening to
Freakquels.
You Gotta Be Crazy Kidding Me. I wish he held it out that
I know, you really should.
Yeah.
Presto, you bald.
Presto, I came.